Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Awesomecast, Agent 47. I am your host, Brandon the Awesome, and here is my current co-host, John Getz Brotherin. Please say hi to the chat, John.
Well, let me tell you something, brothers. The Hulk Hogan documentary is more worthy of your time than Maul's Shadow Jab Lord.
That ain't that the truth. Let us see who is in the chat. Justin Avarello being cringe as always because Buddy
He's got nothing
has
better to do.
You are creepy as shit.
Very creepy.
Justin
Buddy-
Avarello waiting for his applause, and he hears. Aww.
That's the sound his brain makes whenever he tries to have a coherent thought. Captain Jax, welcome to the stream, my guy. Double A, yes. Lurker number one in the chat. Absolutely. Justin is my number one lurker. None of my other, like, I have my fair share of enemies out there, including the Microsoft Paperclip guy. For some reason, he's got beef with me now. But with the Macho Man here, I don't have to worry. Wildcard, fellow current recent co-host on the last few streams, is in the chat.
Comrade.
Sukyard, Brandon John. Also, I can join the chat. I got off tomorrow, so I'm ready for a link. Oh, in that case, I got it. At this point, I should add you to the executor.
Thought you were going to say at this point you should know the right one.
He's the red. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. I don't have the red icon clip.
Oh, no. Red.
Captain Thievius. Jolan True, Brandon and John. Jolan True, Captain Thievius. I don't know where that's from. I'm sorry. I'm a fraud.
Hashtag fake fan of whatever that is. Well, it's probably from Warhammer, considering his profile pic.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, link is in. I mean, the icon's pink, but who am I to judge? The Pink Panther's cool. Okay.
One of you is colorblind.
Well, Romulan greeting. Star Trek, I don't have to worry too much. I've only seen the original series. I am waiting because my brother and I are going to watch the movies this summer.
And then you got to watch the Starfleet Academy, of course.
Dear God, no. Not anything but that.
Did you hear that The Acolyte has gotten a boost in ratings this week?
Oh, I have not heard a whisper of The Acolyte, except for when OG, who has a... Oh, great, we're having problems again. Yay! Wolfscar's having problems again.
Oh.
It says it's the pink icon, Wolfscar. Give me a moment. I'm sending it again. It's not a stream with me if you don't have technical problems. People watch me, for some reason. Okay, he posted in the Autobot City channel.
Autobots roll out.
Yes, that is my Discord server. If you wish, you can always join it. Link is in the description below where we talk about all things, Oh, now he's a red icon. Buddy. Yeesh. And there is... At this point, most of my friend request list is going to be people named Wolfscar, and everyone's going to ask me. And I'll have to tell him, yeah, we had an incident with the Commonians, and he cloned himself numerous times. The problem is the age acceleration is too fast.
Oh, no. As long as you don't make Omega.
I'll be ready if needed to join the VC. It's crazy, and I'm seeing the only semi-decent era Disney made is... No, that's not even semi-decent. High Woke Republic is trash.
Yeah, it was all lesbians and stupid hard-rocking people.
Welcome, Wolfscar, to the stream.
Testing.
Your audio's a little quiet.
Hold on.
He'll have to ramp up the audio, but... in other news, it was my birthday yesterday.
Yay, it is your birthday.
I'm 22 years old now. And I feel old as shit.
Oh, be quiet.
I mean,
You're just like my brother. Every single time he was like, he was 3 years older than me, so he would just be like, oh, just wait until you're 25, you'll feel old as shit. And I'm like, I feel fine. And then he's like, oh, just wait until you're 28, you'll feel really old. I'm like, it feels fine.
I heard that a guy named Emperor John Kill 3D has beef with you on X. So I guess you got another lurker that's defending Unlucky Kennedy. Emperor John Kill 3D. I mean, I'm not familiar with that name, unless that's Burnbot's X account. And he has not responded to me in a while. But I'm not quite sure. Because it's hard to tell at this point. I'm only familiar with like some of my enemies on YouTube, and even then, they're the more reoccurring ones. Because I got a guy with a paperclip profile picture lately who's been showing up in some of my stuff.
The Microsoft paperclip, Clippy?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, those are always Indians.
Okay.
That's what I've heard anyway, because there's a bunch of Clippy.
Because this guy was going on a long-ass rant claiming I don't read comic books and all that. And I'm like, buddy, I'm not going to deal with you. Like, he keeps saying, this is the 9th time and you have a 0 winning streak. You don't have a single good point. You've never won an argument, blah, blah, blah.
He's like certain countries that like to say, like, we won anyways, after they get destroyed.
Yeah, I had a bunch of people crying over my Spider-Man community post earlier today.
What was it about Miles Morales?
Miles and technically all the other Spider-Man ripoffs we've been having in the Marvel Universe lately.
I kept seeing commercials during my sports ball games for the Spider-Man Noir series.
That actually might be decent. I'm hoping.
Hey, Nick Cage, there's always a chance.
Let's hope. I have to read the comics as well to compare. But yeah. For my birthday, I got the Marvel vs. Capcom arcade collection, and I've been getting my ass promptly whooped by everybody.
Oh, you've been playing multiplayer?
No, I've been playing just against the AI, and it's. I beat the Punisher beat 'em up game though. That is really fun.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're a little louder now.
Okay, I just got a new PC set up, so.
Woo!
Ooh, you sound very clear. Yeah.
Trying to figure all that out.
Hey, it's no problem. It's a miracle I actually have the setup I have now that works.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now you work. Now you sound pretty good.
Yeah, I just had to adjust the audio.
Also, my uncle got me Babylon 5 on DVD.
Did you watch the first 4?
But yeah, he got me the show, so I can now be a Babylon 5 fan when I get around to watching it, because I'm almost done with Samurai Jack. Dark Colonel, you're in the stream. I forgot to say it.
Are you on the final season of Samurai Jack now?
Not yet. I'm still on season 4. I'm making my way through 4.
You'll obviously notice a big change since there's like a 17-year break.
And
it's more serialized, I suppose, in the final season, whereas the previous ones are pretty much standalone.
Episodic, yes.
Yeah.
With like a few mentions or a few like nods to previous episodes.
Yeah, like the Scotsman returning or something.
The Scotsman returning. There was like the episode where he gets infected with a part of Aku, and there's like nods to all the people he's helped.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta watch that show again. I forget some episodes, although it's a little bit longer than Tartakovsky Clone Wars, so it's a little bit more excusable.
Speaking of which, Rodimus Prime 2162. When you watch the 6 Star Wars movie, do you watch the Clone Wars micro series as well? Because I do that one. Yes, I actually do that now. I watch 1, 2 micro series, and then I watch the rest.
Why don't you watch Clone Wars? You're gonna miss Ahsoka.
Devil take Ahsoka.
She adds so much to his story, like when he meets the Father and the Mother and the Holy Spirit or whatever.
Oh my God.
I'll be around if needed for joining. I mean, if you want to join the chat, man, just say if you need to join. If you want to join the chat, man.
As Captain Picard once said, "You want me to say I need you? I need you."
Didn't he say that to Q?
Yeah.
When in the first episode when they meet the Borg.
Yeah, it's a hilarious. I love how hilariously hammy like Patrick Stewart is sometimes. Like he's somewhat stifled.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
cannot wait to get to that. I also a lot has happened besides my birthday, and I think, do I want to do the Maul versus Mark fight before we get Iron Inquisitor in here, or do we do that? Because I have like
could
4
save it.
videos we can react to. Oh, we still have to go over the reviews of the next 2 episodes. Damn it!
Oh, I forgot to check out those episodes this week.
Whoops.
I was so unmotivated by the show that I forgot that 2 more episodes came. Isn't it bad that they have to put out 2 episodes a week just to like get any sort of numbers?
And even then,
Because I
And
remember,
yeah, even then it's just Disney Plus numbers. It's like, oh, it's the best show on our platform only.
and you're the worst performing platform in streaming service.
Well, it's also the only new thing on that platform, so obviously it's going to be the most watched. I should hope so.
Well, it's like the only new thing they actually advertise.
Oh, they have like some random.
They
like,
rarely advertise like their own crap, like their own Disney homemade stuff.
shame.
Play Spider-Man and War Machine in Marvel vs. Capcom 1. For Marvel Capcom 2, just play Magneto, Sentinel, and Storm like every other Evo scum. I've been playing as Spider-Man because I got to go with my main hero.
I was gonna say I hate playing like the meta, just like, oh, whatever's the best character to play as, just play as that. It's like whenever you just search online for like who is mathematically.
I like to play with whoever the heck I want to play with.
That's how I am on fighting, mainly because I don't get into the competitive scene, so I can afford to do that. But
Yeah.
All right, Wildcard wants to join. I am sending him the link right now. I hope Iron Inquisitor can make it because I'll feel bad if we talk Maul Shadow Lord without him.
Should we start with the Transformers thing first, since we didn't get to that the other week?
I actually almost forgot about it. Let me find it real quick. There actually are a few Transformer videos, but one of them can wait till later. I want to get to this while the memory is still fresh in people's minds. Okay, I found it. Okay. Wild Card, welcome to the stream, man. Say hi to the audience, even though you've already been in the chat.
Greetings, Caucasian allies. How do you do today?
Doing great. I'm a year older.
I had that a shitty week, but I'm good now.
I actually had to go to work on my birthday yesterday, and I had the shift from hell.
I had a horrible time getting this PC set up.
Are you looking forward to John? Question for John: are you looking forward to Xenoverse 3?
No, I never really got into those like RPG Dragon Ball games. Like I got more into Fighter Z, even though it's like a more technical fighting game, just because I prefer the 2D kind of deal rather than the big arena fighters. I always like Budokai 3 was my favorite.
I remember the Budokai.
It looked like Dragon Ball Heroes just got another game. That's all it looked like to me.
Well, that's like what the majority of them are, is those big like zoom around and then the Xenoverse ones are big on like creating your own character and like leveling up to a gajillion levels like on the online and stuff, and it's just not as much my scene. So I really like the Kakarot game because that was like single player through like the story and everything. It was still an arena thing with like leveling up, but it was more you're playing as Goku and then you get to play through the actual story. And then they had a Dragon Ball DLC, which was the soundtrack was good, and the DLCs were really good. It was really well supported after launch.
One of Anomaly Inc.'s friends, Coolman229, said the Clone Wars 2003 in the EU is overrated and TCW is better in one of his live streams. Is he a Disney show or a fake fan? Okay, Disney show is if you're actively like getting sent gift baskets, but you are a fake fan. Because if you're talking TCW and you mean season 7, that means you are definitely in fake fan territory because that's Disney Star Wars.
You know, it's like that thing with those 2 guys from Road to El Dorado. Both? Yeah.
Both. I mean, I would say a Disney show only applies if you're getting gift baskets from Disney.
I would say gift baskets or like early access, because that's
going like to make if you're being rewarded, if you're being rewarded by Disney in any way, shape, or form, it's like,
I mean, to be fair, the only way I would ever tolerate Reva from Kenobi is if I was given a lightsaber from Hasbro themselves. Then I'd be like, okay, maybe just enough. Then I could have this badass lightsaber.
Well, you were supposed to get one, but it was a HasLab project that absolutely nobody funded.
You should meet the $1 Million Man from WWF. His motto is "Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay."
Mike
And
C. the Scout,
Man
welcome to
his
the
way.
stream. Oh, he's playing some Bayonetta 2 on his Switch. Very nice. Or getting followed by Swagman. Yeah, I've heard Melvin say Swagman, but I haven't seen no Swagman. Maybe I'm out of the loop because it has been a while since I've watched Melvin's videos. But then again, he doesn't upload very often. Except he did upload today a very, very long video. I highly recommend checking it out because it looks like out with the old, in with the new shills. I mean, obviously, we're going to still kick the old shills' asses, but...
A lot of them have kind of like slowed down or stopped, though, or they very clearly neuter themselves because they know they're being watched.
It's either they're being watched or they just... Because, you know, they keep getting their asses kicked. They know that they get their asses kicked by us.
The drone wars is almost over.
It's not. It's not almost over, but begin the Shilvil war has.
I mean, it gets to different stages because it's certainly gotten past the stage of like people claiming that it's wildly successful. I think for the most part, like even the shills that's why they're always saying we're back. They're always trying to make it into a comeback rather than like
it's pointed that out before. It's like if it's back, then what was it before?
Yeah.
And then they'll jump and they'll say, "Oh, we're back, baby," and I'm like, "Oh, so you're going to admit that the last thing you said that brought us back was a failure?"
Pretty much.
We've been back like 500 times at this point.
Well, I sort of compare them to like now it's at like that Xbox stage where, you know, initially it was like competitive like 15 years ago and, you know, they were advocating that it is currently good. And now it's been like 15 years of just like, oh, this new PR statement makes me believe that we're back. It's like that now with Disney because they're like, oh, we just got leadership change. We're totally going to turn things around now, guys.
Even Roka and Harlov were laughing at a guy who likes fake Star Wars saying Mando and Grogu will make $2 billion. Yeah, I remember seeing the Mr. Grey. Actually, they say that it's totally fine that it bombs at the box office worse than Solo.
That's not a good thing.
Actually, yeah, they actually said that because I guess common sense just jumped out the window and never came back because it died.
Ever since a bunch of stuff started unequivocally bombing, like for a while they could be like, oh no, it's like it's more than the budget, so it's profitable. It's like, okay, no, it's not. It has to make like 2.5 to 3 times its budget, but all right. And then once it started getting even worse than that with like Predator Badlands and shit, they're like, well, it doesn't matter because it's just there for the streaming service. Anything they make in theaters is just a bonus. And post-COVID, you shouldn't make any money in the theaters.
Yeah,
like,
I remember a lot of people keep trying to blame it on COVID. A lot of people are trying to say, oh, people don't go to, you know, because of streaming, because of COVID. And I'm like, well, again, it's like this is proven to be false because you have like K-pop Demon Hunters or that one movie based on
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer.
Those movies make a lot of
those movies make a lot of bank. So it's like it's not the case of people don't want to go to the theater. It's that they have no reason to go to the theater anymore.
Well, because every movie in there is shit.
Exactly. This is why I go for anniversaries usually more than I go for new movies. I'll be like, oh, a new Studio Ghibli movie or not a new one, but like they're showing Princess Mononoke this year or, you know, they're showing Lord of the Rings again. It's like
I actually recently came into possession of the first 3 Indiana Jones movies as well. Now I just need to get Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Anomaly Inc. also defends the new Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. Does it add more to his fake resume? Yes.
Ugh.
Who the heck prefers that over the peak that is the OG?
Well, don't you know they're going to make a third one according to that one show?
Oh, God, I
And
want
the only reason why I even bought the newer Battlefront 2 is just for the mods. If it was unmodded, the game is a pile of shit. It is the worst Star Wars game ever made.
I gotta send this to you guys, but I did watch this one video where someone made a Darth Talon mod, and it's the best thing I've ever seen in relation to Battlefront, fake Battlefront 2. In addition to like all the videos of the game just glitching itself.
Yeah, really.
That intro to the game really fucking pissed me off.
I remember I was hyped for the first game because it was like I watched that trailer a dozen times.
I remember
that was
being
back
a
before.
teenager in 2017, right? I called it to my family that the game was going to suck ass from release, and they were like, "I don't know, bro. Maybe you're just a little
All right.
like negative
Okay.
Nancy." And then boom.
Okay. We didn't get to this last time, as Wolfscar reminded me. This is on our list. I was wrong about Alita Prime Transformer Skybound. Now, this guy, Delta Tryon here, is one hell of a nut job. He actually thinks Transformers is an immigration story.
Oh God,
What?
Delta Troon.
because they move from one planet to the other, so clearly
mean-
immigration.
In the very
Guys,
loose
guys.
sense.
The name means something. Delta Tryon is Delta Troon. Huh? Are these secretly a Troon?
Transformers more than meets the eye. It's all a metaphor.
Oh, trust me, IDW took that literally once.
Transgender.
And
you make a joke
okay,
about something, and then somebody takes it way too seriously.
what's wrong about immigration, guys? What's wrong about illegal immigration is the real question here. Not there. I have no
Illegal or
problem with people
unchecked.
coming here.
Yep.
My
Hell,
mom
even
comes
cause-
from Mexico, but guys. So she came here. She got her green card. The process works. Anyway, okay. I don't know if you guys have been following the Skybound Transformer comics, but I'm going to give some context. Okay. So Alita 1, back when Daniel Warren Johnson was writing the book for the first 24 issues, she wanted to hijack Shockwave's machine, which was going to take all the materials of Earth to convert it into Energon. She wanted to take it over and take the Energon for themselves. She didn't want to shut it off or destroy it, basically committing genocide. Optimus Prime destroys the machine and chooses humanity over a dying Cybertron. So she's like, oh, Optimus Prime is the enemy and we're going to defeat him now. So she comes to Earth, tries to beat the living crap out of him, and he says, oh, the Matrix cannot be taken through violence, because now she wants the Matrix all of a sudden for some reason. And then he's like, oh, the Matrix chooses you. And then she becomes Alita Prime, and then she forces the Autobots to go to Cybertron, and the ones who stay with Optimus on Earth are no longer Autobots. It's like the worst baffling writing I have ever seen in a recent book. And it sucks because Daniel Warren Johnson did such a great job with Optimus Prime. It really pisses me off thinking about it.
About that, if I follow certain comics, I don't follow the smell of dog shit. I'm good.
Actually, no, the Skybound book was really good for a bit. Like most of the Skybound's Energon universe stuff has been pretty good. As Captain Phoebus has said, they turned Optimus Prime into Cuckymus Prime. Screw Skybound.
Great.
Octopus.
My name is
Screw you,
Cuckinus
Robert
Prime. I am calling on all liberal cucks to join me in the chair.
All right, here you go. So this is an interesting video because based on the comments, I actually wanted to cover this because this is hilarious.
I've gotten into some controversial tiffs on this channel before, but never in a million years did I think that the hardest I'd have to fight against other
All right,
commenters.
hang on. Wolfscar, I think it's you that's typing a bunch.
Yeah,
It's
Also,
fine. You can just mute whenever you're,
yeah, no problem.
not speaking.
I'm not gonna scream at people for that, but it's like, but
Yo.
okay. Actually, just
just
real
had a
quick
thought.
about the Transformers being immigrants thing. Actually, a fellow subscriber of the channel, Crimson Sun Productions, made a very, very well researched video about whether or not that was actually correct. I gotta post that link into subscription because that's actually it's a really good video. I highly recommend it.
Now I'm curious.
Be for
If the Matrix picked this bitch on the screen, this tyrant pink diamond looking ass motherfucker from Steven Universe, Robot Clanker, then I think we have to question if Cybertron was ever in a moral standing to begin with in this universe.
They haven't really fleshed out Cybertron either. That's part of the problem.
This just looks like a Super
The
Saiyan
point.
2 transformation with the lightning coming out. Like, ha!
This is
You get
Trunimus
used to that when it
Prime.
comes to you get used to that when you're a fan of Transformers such as I.
Fair enough.
that
This is
Elite
Truner Prime 3.
is not a bad character because she is a woman.
No
Yeah.
shit. It doesn't. The writing's
Yeah, let me
bad.
get,
There's
Who
always
the
Great
fuck
Triangle
says that? Everyone knows she's.
They're always the first ones to bring this up. It's kind of
literally
like, and this may be
Who the
later on
fuck
the
makes
agenda,
that
Brandon.
character
So,
if you're a woman?
feel free to put it off. But have you seen the Pragmata drama? The
No,
new
I have
game
not.
Pragmata that's come out.
Yeah, people
I think I've heard of
people who
Pragmata,
play
but
it
I
a
didn't know
pedophile
about it.
over the main character being a
So-
father.
Yeah, basically, there's like a guy. He goes to, I think it's a moon base, and there's this little AI like cyborg girl that you start taking care of throughout the game, kind of like Last of Us, only like sci-fi. And so you're like fighting these AI robots and stuff, and like protecting her and everything. And people were like, oh, normal people were like, oh, she's really cute, she's endearing, all this stuff. It's like I'm taking care of a kid, so I feel like protective of her. And some people, especially on a certain side of the political house, started going, oh well, people who like this game are weird. They're like pedos because
I
they
think
wanna take care
so.
of a
It's
girl.
like she claps when you take a gun or something. I think.
Well,
if
it's
I'm-
really about like they're like, oh well, unless it's your kid, you shouldn't care about them. Basically, was what the argument boiled down to.
Okay,
Is that like
so
it's weird if men
absolutely-
care about kids that aren't theirs.
So
So then what
It's
do we
pretty
do?
terrible.
We kill them or abort them or something?
Well, it's
Apparently.
funny
Pedophiles
because
with a Lucky Charms looking ass flag projecting and being like, "Oh, you're a pedophile if you care about children." No, we want to rape the children. Not you.
then,
calm
So
down, man.
it was-
Calm down.
it was funny because like then later on in the week I'm watching the Hulk Hogan documentary on Netflix, which is really good by the way, and surprisingly for Netflix was not biased against him and even had interviews with Orange Man, but but it has him like visiting all these Make-A-Wish kids, and like his I don't know, second or third wife had like an 18-year-old autistic kid, and so then he started meeting with all the autistic kids and like doing little meet and greets with them, and like give them little pep talks and everything whenever he was older.
Okay,
and-
Henry. I kind of know now. I haven't looked into it, but we'll cover that.
Of course.
maybe later if we don't have
There's
anything else.
there's
'cause
always one on that side too, yeah. Sort of like the guy who was saying that Lord of the Rings is pagan or whatever. He was on Turning Point USA.
I'd probably have to unsub from there now that Charlie's gone.
But yeah, and I'm like, oh wow, how so weird. Hulk cared about all these kids even though they're not his.
It's almost like you're totally fine being caring about your fellow man, something that is encouraged for us.
No, we can't do that. We're not.
Or you
allowed
just
to
have
do
like
that.
basic paternal instinct even
Also-
for like
Also, back to what Delta Tryon said. I was following the response to Transformers Skybound issue 30 when it went down. I was also kind of part of it because Lucky Kennedy had an absolute meltdown over what I said. Anyway, so it's like nobody I saw ever disliked Alita for being a woman. Period. Like I had not seen a single person mention that at all. It was only in the context of the story of why the hell does she have the Matrix? Why does she get the Matrix? It makes no sense.
you wouldn't
everybody-
say that if she was a man.
I keep bringing this up in various interactions, but it doesn't matter what their gender is. What matters is the writing.
I
The
actually
writing
said
is what ultimately matters.
I said that earlier today on X in response to a post. I think it was when I was on Delusional Takes because I was on one of his threads, and I said that people, bad writing is bad writing regardless of sex, gender, race. It has absolutely nothing to do with that.
Because if you don't
So
have good
good
writing, you have
writing-
nothing.
If good writing is because if it's a woman, then Murray Skankwanker from Shartwarts is a good character.
Ahsoka, yes. What's your
Well,
favorite Transformers show? Transformers animated.
Yeah, So Cunt was a bad character as soon as the first movie. Like I grew up, I rewatched it. If I
She's
had a
annoying.
physical copy of that movie, I'd put it in the wood chipper and then burn it in a fire.
Damn.
Air, smell the atrocity.
You're like George
that
Lucas
committed.
with the holiday special. Like,
I think the holiday special is a little more tolerable than the entirety of TCW.
I was just
guess,
joking about how he
that.
wanted to hunt down every copy of it and destroy it. I meant.
I don't
I've
want
had
to
some
just
people
destroy
tell-
it. I want
Okay.
TCW to never be on this planet again. I don't care what materials made the copies. I don't care if the materials could be recycled. Destroy them. Throw them in the sun. Do not let them be reused.
Destroy it.
bad character because she is a woman. I've had some people tell me that this is actually a non-issue and that by me talking about it, I'm actually manifesting misogyny and therefore I'm supporting it, which is insane logic.
In what way?
It's more
By
that you're
resisting
preempting
a
it,
tyrant.
that you assume that it's misogyny just because
You're
someone insults
you're
any woman
assuming
character.
that there are people out there who hate this because she's a woman. But like
So-
you're basically goading people into trying to do it.
And I'm not going to say that there's nobody because it's always dumb to make a
Like-
blanket statement, but it is very, very fringe. And it is just as many people as somebody who would hate Optimus Prime because he's a man. Like,
Or you're always going to have those sexist, racist. You're going to have the most
Yeah.
despicable people out there, but they do not make up the majority. They're like maybe one or two people at max.
and to be clear,
I would
this
like
is,
to say,
yeah, this is like us talking, being like, oh, well, I'm not going to honor your argument because some people on your side are psychos and will threaten my life. And so it's like, now I don't have to engage with your argument because there was a crazy guy on your side. Haha, I win. Like, that's the sort of like elementary school logic.
that sounds like SK logic to me.
It's always that. Yeah, it's always just a way to shut down the entire conversation. It's just like, oh, well, I found a misogynist, so now I don't have to engage with any of your points. And you pull out the Molly Damon thing, which is, oh, you say it's bad writing, but you just don't like it because she's a woman. She just like switches it in her head to be
By the logic
misogynist.
of these people, if not liking a woman as a character in a thing makes you evil, doesn't that make Abeloth the good guy according to them in Star Wars, or Adolf Hitler's secretary fully justified in World War II because she supported Hitler? Like,
It always
we can
comes
make
back to
these
Hitler
logic
somehow.
fall apart so quickly.
I
The
mean,
Nazis were good guys because they had a woman for a secretary.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
I'm just
if I could get a woman on my podcast, does that automatically mean I'm a good person and everybody should listen to
Well,
anything
no,
I
because
say?
Brandon, then she would be a pick me if she doesn't subscribe to the hive mind mentality on absolutely every issue.
Make sure she's a black woman so you can
For
say
sure.
that a black woman is speaking and to listen.
Well, no, even with Jay Longbone, then it's okay all of a sudden for you insult her looks and dismiss all of her arguments if she doesn't subscribe to the hive mind opinion.
It's just like Joe Biden once said, if you're black and you don't vote for me, then you ain't black.
John, please don't bring up Mrs. Sexplain again. I'm sorry, man, but in our line
It was
of work,
relevant. Because
oh my God, here, Hawkeye Mockingbird, one of my reoccurring rogues. Just a reminder, Brandon doesn't actually know anything about comic books. He didn't know Flash was I know Flash is a legacy character. You guys keep pretending like I don't. And I do know things about comic books. Thank you very much. You're the guys who lick Marvel's boots.
yeah, like not knowing one thing making you not a fan. That's an interesting take. So like Rachel Leischman is just not a fan of anything then for a long time. Pretty much everybody can get caught with one blind spot.
They always keep trying to do that. And it's like, dude, I don't expect everybody to know everything about a franchise. Shoot, I don't think I could know everything about there is to know about Star Wars as much as I would love to. Because,
Even
well,
I don't
for
know
one,
a lot.
yeah, for one, I've got a life, and two, I don't have access to every single piece of Star Wars media, and I can't trust Google, because
really.
Google has a bias towards whatever's going on. So it's like, just because I get one thing wrong doesn't mean I know shit.
Most important thing for me is like just that people are honest about what they know. Like I don't claim to be an EU expert because I'm like, oh, I've read like 5 novels now. Like,
Whoa.
and I'm just honest about that.
You didn't know what was wrong with Tara dating Deathstroke either. So I had a brain fart that day. Sue me.
Damn, I hated that storyline.
I mean, again, I had a brain fart, so I didn't know right away that Tara was Deathstroke's daughter or something. So it was like, okay,
Well,
so
not-
I had a brain fart. Sue me, I'm human. And I'm
Well,
not,
it
and I
was-
don't like to Google shit because, you know, I don't want to be a wiki warrior either.
Yeah.
Forget
truth
being
of
a
the matter
keyboard
is that-
warrior. This idiot who made this video is a keyboard gladiator.
Yep. Him and most of the enemies I face are. Oh, by the way, here's the part where she's trying to cram Optimus's chest open to get to the Matrix.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Either
Tyrant.
that or she's
Yeah.
either
A
that or
Tyrant
it's the closest she's
did
going to get to trying to
open
get
the
into his
chest.
pants.
Of course, if we take the Matrix, it's totally worthy of it. It's just
She
like
was
when Dr.
underage,
Doom tried to
genius.
lift
The Teen Titans are
moment.
teens. Okay, first off, how the heck was I supposed to know her age when you never specified what her age was when you brought that up? Because, surprise, some characters in comic books have actually been allowed to age. Peter
Yeah,
Parker's not
really.
15 anymore. So,
Like Hawkeye, what
but
comic
no,
did
it's
you
my fault.
specifically read?
Comics, I mainly read like the old stuff. I don't necessarily keep up with the modern day-to-day too much.
Oh, so Hawkeye's using a canon that's not relevant to the comic, probably. I don't know the drama.
Yeah, the comics. that
DC's
you've read
rebooted
anyway.
itself so many times. I mean, that doesn't necessarily erase all their sins, but still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if Hawkeye could be right about the character being underage, then it wasn't specified, and maybe the person who drew the comic needs to do a better job at saying that.
Either that or, I mean, DC has hired some sick people, though.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just not really a well-known character. I wouldn't have known what her fucking age was.
Yeah, and guess
And
what?
also,
as
Deathstroke is
degenerate
old.
and freaky as Lolicons are, those sick freaks,
Ugh.
at least they always portray them looking like children and never looking like adults.
Hmm.
The fact that those freaks are better at drawing.
Oh,
something
you mean
more
they like
obvious
make it
than
clear
a
in their
comic
art
character.
style? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better
By the
than
way,
like.
Hawkeye, you bring this up. You say I don't know anything about comics when you admitted that I actually have an edge over you because I'm a Transformers guy and I've been following the Skybound comics and you haven't. So this argument you're trying to pin on me is null and void.
So is Hawkeye? Oh wait, he's not Justin. I thought he was
No,
Walt or something.
No, he's not Justin in the slightest, but he's about as smart, which is to say he's not.
So a clone clanker.
Brother, you can't say that. You're mean.
I call him a Marvel bootlicker, a fake fan, if you will. So, Hawkeye, for you, I got something for you.
The cope is strong in this one.
You're coping, brah.
You're
Clanker art for a
coping.
clanker fellow.
But yes, there is of course, vocal minority in the community that truly
Vocal
does hate the
minority.
current happenings in the East.
I mean, there's a running joke. There's a running joke that Transformers Wiki, like the official TF Wiki, actually hates Transformers women for looking like women.
The vocal minority, literal political channels with thousands of subscribers like Matt Walsh cover this shit. I doubt the minority.
Did
Where's the
he
minority?
cover the Transformers comic? I don't think he did.
I'll be
Like I've
honest.
seen political YouTubers that are mainly based in right-wing politics covering this content with thousands of views, if not millions.
Hey,
even.
I'll be honest with that though. Like a lot of times, those guys are speaking on stuff that they don't really know.
Yeah,
Like, Matt Walsh
that is one of
commented
the
on
bigger
anime
problems.
and like
They
shit.
usually do throw it into other compilations, being like, "Here's the Transformer shows," and comics being like, "Here's a non-binary Transformer."
What I wish those guys would do is that they would bring on like experts, like whenever like TP USA or Fox or whatever is talking about like some pop culture thing, just bring on like even a more popular one, because like Nerdrotic knows his comics. He owned a comic store and he knows a lot of the
Skybound
older
Transformers
stories.
is the has-been hotel of Transformers.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could find a Transformers expert to like bring on and actually talk about things and correctly contextualize them rather
Like
than
right
just
now,
like
it's mostly me.
Also,
Yeah.
this comic panel is surely demonstrating why someone who is trying to force a relic into their hands is worthy of it when they're being egotistical and evil for a relic that's meant to be of a moral good. That's like if Ganondorf was given the fucking Master Sword in Zelda. It makes no
Lucky
damn
Kennedy-
sense.
I really
Lucky
hope that
Kennedy
never
knows
happens.
Transformers more than Brandon. No, he doesn't.
I don't know nothing about Transformers, and just from a glimpse in the video, I can already know Brandon has way more knowledge than that bastard.
Lucky
more.
Kennedy literally just cried about me because I made like a outrage post talking about why everything good I like just gets taken from me because I genuinely was loving how Optimus was being written in this series. Because for once, for the first time in a long time, he felt like Optimus Prime. Like he
Also,
genuinely
Lucky
cares
Kennedy
about
literally
humanity.
based his account
He's
on Kathleen Kennedy, someone who ruined Star Wars and specifically went against its meaning, like on purpose.
Unfortunately.
Why are we getting on the politics again? I thought this was a safe space channel, buddy. This is no safe space channel. This kind of stuff. We only talk about politics if it has some relation to the media at hand.
Yeah, Justin.
I am no
just
safe
brought up
space
the-
channel. I am no safe space channel when it comes to this kind of stuff. I don't like to talk politics because I would like to keep my channel from blowing up into a civil war in its own right. But it's like my channel is a safe space for true fans, for real fans to come share their grievances about modern media, to share what they love, stuff like that.
Yeah. Anytime I bring up a political figure or even an organization, like it's always in relevance to the media at hand and like how they're discussing it. And often it's critical of them, even if they happen to fall on more my side of the political aisle. I'm gonna call it out. Like that's literally what I was just doing with Matt Walsh, where he speaks on anime and he doesn't really know it.
And if JJ Plagiarisms of all people, yes, that dumb bastard, somehow knows better than Matt Walsh about Star Wars of all people, then that's how
He
you
done
know
screwed
that
up.
maybe.
Well, and that's my point. Like,
things are iffy.
bring on an expert in that field if you ever are going to talk about it, and it's
Like
you
Matt
know that it's
Wilkins.
not your field. Like, and Matt Walsh is an old man who like plays with Lincoln Logs still and wants his kids to play with them. Like, he's not an
Yeah, I
expert on
remember
any of
because
this.
it was like I remember one of my first streams was me going after him for trashing Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, like he literally does not know shit about like Star Wars or any of the stuff that he often speaks on. He knows the political sphere and he should stick to that.
I hate Skybound Alita 1 for the same reason I hate G1 Hot Rod. Unlikable and unworthy of leadership. I mean, Skybound Alita, again, I was fooled because I remember one of the pages got leaked for this issue, and I thought it was actually still going to be good writing, but then the leaks further came out about this issue and people were panicking. And then the issue came out and it was just as bad as everyone thought it was going to be.
I'm just picturing Joshy boy. He's just like, the leaks are insane, brah.
Like, at least with G1 Hot Rod, they actually walked back their decision and eventually brought Optimus back because Hasbro had parents complaining about it. But
how many times has
In
Optimus died? Like, it seems like that's the thing that always happens in Transformers.
he died. I think it's like I don't know how much in the G1 cartoon. I know the movie. I think he
I think he
died
died
at
once
the
there.
beginning of Headmasters. He died.
Beast
once in
Wars,
our-
right?
No, that's Optimus Primal. That's a different character.
right.
He died in animated. Like they got that out of the way. That was a joke one. He died in Transformers Armada. He died in Transformers Prime. He does die in that. He's died in the comics a bunch. I know he dies like 3 separate times in the Marvel comics. And the first time he dies is because he killed video game NPCs and he considered that a violation of his honor code.
What?
No, seriously, that's like the first ever time Optimus Prime ever got killed off. He and Megatron were in like he and Megatron were tasked with finally settling the war once and for all in like a virtual video game thing. So Optimus Prime manages to win, but by doing so, he kills video game NPCs in the process. Because again, it's like a virtual world. And because he kills NPCs, he's like, oh, it's against my honor code. I give the victory to Megatron. And then he has his body blown up. And the only reason he ends up coming back is because somebody took his memory and stored it on a floppy disk.
Oh no, it's just like C-3PO in The Rise of Skywalker.
So
Basic-
Skybound Transformers is literally like Has-Been Hotel, and they turn freaking Optimus into an anti-Mary Sue of some sort, where he always loses.
Yeah, he like manages to succeed, but then he somehow still loses.
Well, actually, he does kick some good ass. Like the Daniel Warren Johnson run is really good. As much as I don't like Daniel Warren Johnson for his politics, I will admit that he actually does. He did a hell of a job writing the first 24 issues. Oh my god, you are seriously not telling him to leave Misery of all people alone.
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
It's not simply because Alita 1 is now a character placed in power, but because she is a woman.
Me, that dick. Anyways,
Actually, fun fact: she and Optimus Prime are supposed to be love interests for each other.
it looks like the next panel. It looks like that's literally what she's doing.
I was gonna make that joke at some point, but actually, this is Dan Mora doing the art. Some people say that they hate his art style for Transformers. I don't get why. I actually really like it.
The only thing I'll say is that it's a bit weird. I don't know.
The
why,
Autobot logo looks a little odd, though. It looks a little off center.
See, and I get why they're doing it because it's a comic and you have to have very expressive characters and everything. But it's a little bit weird having the robots be so like facially. I don't know. Like I just picture more like an Optimus Prime or like very simple movements by them. Maybe that's just what I'm used to in like the less detailed cartoons and stuff. But for some reason, like a robot having that much of a human face is a little weird to me.
Okay, you guys are not PG-13 people. We never have been, you idiots.
I mean, Brandon
Justin,
tries
this
to
shit
be,
ain't
but he has
Minecraft
made
in
clear
the
that he
theater,
doesn't
so-
censor other people.
Justin,
Freedom of
this
speech,
is not
bitch.
Minecraft movie in theaters. You're not going to hear Chicken Jockey with fucking Elsa Gate shit, okay? Like,
No, we're basically rated R, but the good kind of rated R, like Blues Brothers rated R.
we're not Vipsy Pop who has a cuss word every 15 seconds.
The
But at the same time, we're not like YouTube kids with
the
that
GTA,
brain rot garbage.
the GTA 3 radio, whenever they're doing these fake movie trailers, and they're like rated R for retarded.
Like I love Mora's artwork, but he deserves better. Absolutely, he's done work for DC, but the problem is DC is such an utter crap show that I really cannot stand it.
Placed in power.
Who the hell
They
does it
cry
even
out
think
for
he is,
Robert.
a Viltrumite?
I have not been following Invincible, so I only know like people have been crapping on the latest season for like a very bad animation.
I mean, aside from that, it's pretty good though.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about the latest season.
I think the latest season just went through its finale.
I heard they cut out the Anissa plot that would have made women look bad.
No, they haven't got there yet.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's a rape plot. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm out of the loop on that. I'm sorry.
That comes later.
I know about the story. I wasn't sure. I haven't been keeping up with the show, so I didn't know that they weren't there yet.
And
That's
I never even
interesting.
watched it.
It'll be interesting to see whether they keep that or not, because that kind of goes against Amazon's agenda. But I'm wondering if they'll have to do it for faithfulness.
I mean, hey, they race swapped and gender swapped some characters. Maybe
Yeah,
they will,
man.
maybe they won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw with that one Iron Man lookalike.
Amber.
Samson?
No one was pretty based when she snapped the illegal immigrant Wonder Woman's neck. during
Yes,
the
I
first
remember,
season.
Henry. You told me this when I made the post on YouTube that
Is it-
Kirkman has a weird fetish for women that, they do bad things, but it's for like the right reasons or something like that.
He has a tomboy fetish, and he should just go do that dummy mummy lifestyle elsewhere rather than try to put it onto our media.
Haven't they changed a lot with like Adam Eve and stuff from what I remember, where like she was a lot more kind of fawning over Mark and stuff in the comic, or she was a little bit more like romantic or something. I know they haven't gotten to their like
You never
more-
see characters like that anymore. Like the
It's been a minute
romantic
since I've
types.
seen the comics, so I can't really.
I mean, to be fair, maybe this YouTuber right here, just like the Transformers woke shit, he's non-binary because that ain't no man right there. No man is that much a cuck. So I guess they can go take their seat.
Let me double check real quick. Yep, he has he him pronouns in his description.
For someone with
I
he
just
him
checked.
pronouns, he's hearing him.
Okay.
Schlee Schlim.
Oh, if I go silent, by the way, I'm working
For
on a
Kirkman to be
new
dropped from the
community
title
post.
as he is
Nice.
turning the story into woke girl boss propaganda.
Okay.
Duh.
I haven't
Of course
seen
it is.
anybody really say that either. I said it was more of a case of I was like more I want to be cautiously optimistic that they find a way to turn this around. But for the moment, it's like it's another case of strong female woman, it becomes the better person over, the title, one of the most popular male characters in the franchise.
Brandon, are the bottom two panels like kind of your reaction where it's like you are no longer fit to lead? Optimus Prime is just like, what?
Yeah, that's me.
That's everybody reading the book. They're just like, what?
Like, call me extremely
boxing.
basic, but Optimus Prime is like my favorite character in Transformers.
There ain't nothing girl boss about this. All I see is Tyrant bitch throws a fit and gets
Becomes
her
worthy
way.
of the Matrix. Basically.
Whatever the hell that is supposed to mean.
Hey, you'll never
This
get more
whole
basic
ordeal
than me.
is
I like
unfortunate,
Goku
because I
the
truly
most out of
believe
any Dragon Ball
Memeable things
character.
right there.
Yeah. I tend to like gravitate toward like the most popular or like the title character whenever it's like, oh, who's your favorite character? Like for Sonic the Hedgehog, I say, my favorite character is Sonic. That's about it.
Also, what the fuck is that snarl on the left page and then her screaming like a Wojak on the middle page, bro? Like she looks like she's seething and about to commit a fucking genocide or something.
She's actually she is willing to commit genocide. They established that early in the book.
Oh, so she got the
Nice.
Hitler face.
The idea of Alita becoming
I was
the new
thinking more
Autobot
Karen.
leader
I'm just picturing putting in the speech bubble, take me to your manager.
is fascinating, albeit not fully fleshed out. Because of this, there's a fine line between people who hate Alita simply because she is a woman and people who hate the choice to have the Matrix granted to her.
Okay,
not a fine
can you
line.
provide any Can you provide any evidence of Alita 1 being hated because she's a woman? I mean, you can probably find that on the Transformers wiki, but everybody has known that for a while now, so that's kind of invalid.
We don't hate her because she's a woman. We hate her because just by these comic panels alone, she's a narcissistic bitch who tried to force it out of Optimus Prime like it's some evil cunt. So if I were Optimus, I'd be like, well, if I'm no longer fit to lead, then you need to get your act together and overthrow me like a real person. Instead of
I honestly I was actually looking forward to the idea of Optimus beating the living crap out of her in a fight, but no, I can't get what I want.
Make no mistake,
Optimus Prime to be
I
a
love
woman.
these new twists and turns to the franchise.
But of course you love this.
I have to say though, his language there was whenever he says there's a fine line between people hating her because she's a woman and this totally legit criticism. It's like, well, no, that's not a fine line. Either you're misusing that term, because fine line means there's like hardly any difference. Or you're trying to lump together.
I'm guessing
legit
the reason he
criticism with
says that is
sexism.
he's either saying that because he's an idiot, or he's saying that because he kind of wants to lump both sides together.
Well,
because he's one of those people who are saying, "Oh, don't worry, guys, Skybound is cooking." And look, I want to be cautiously optimistic about this because the book's still going. But at the same time, I am not going to be one of those people who have absolutely complete faith. I am going to be one of those people who worry because I don't know about you, but I actually give a damn about Transformers. And this is like the first this has been the first good thing for Transformers in years.
For a Skybound story, this seems to be a lot like IDW in the writing department.
Not really, because it's like we haven't really gone too much into politics or anything like that. It's mainly been like, again, the first 24 issues, it is straight up like action the entire way through. You see Autobots and it's very violent. Like you see Autobots and Decepticons tearing each other apart. You have Optimus Prime, who at one point actually wields Megatron's fusion cannon arm because Megatron actually ended up losing it. Megatron comes back and he's dealing with his own problems. And right now he's actually in the midst of getting a new body. So there's that, and he becoming the apprentice of the Fallen. So it's like there's a lot going on, but it's not like IDW where that started as like a very slow crawl. Because that was trying to copy what the Ultimate Comics were doing at the time at Marvel.
So is the Fallen, is he like in other Transformers media? I only knew him from the second movie.
He's from the Revenge of the Fallen, but he's been in like some other stuff.
Was that like
the Fallen's whole
post,
deal?
like, was it made because of the movie, or was he in there before then?
No, he was in there before. He was in the Dreamwave comics beforehand, and then he was quickly followed by the movie.
Okay.
And I'm so glad that they went back to his Dreamwave design for this series instead of just making a new one, because that is legitimately his best look. Like
well,
imagine a burning furnace, but if it was a robot.
Yeah. See, I like that was one thing I really didn't like about the Bayformers movies, is that a lot of them ended up looking like very similar or sounding very similar, especially the bad
humans.
guys. They all had kind of the gravelly evil voice, and like they didn't have like the whiny Starscream voice and stuff like that, you know.
I mean, he kind of got that with like the later two movies, but he wasn't really too whiny. No one had a problem with RC. This guy's just white knighting for Alita 1 and strawmanning anyone who dislikes this creative decision. I hate these kind of people. The whole toxic positivity is one of the few things I genuinely despise in today's culture, because it's like
Toxic
that leaves no
femininity.
room for criticism, and it means that you have to shove down what you dislike. You can't be openly negative towards anything, even just a little bit.
Well, and it's
Because,
very
like I said-
often coupled with like pigeonholing and like going, okay, not only do I disagree with you on this, but also you're a sexist. It's like you can't
It's
ever just be
that
like,
one channel
well,
once said, don't ask questions. Just get excited for product and consume next product.
yeah, Red Letter Media, the Nerd Crew is their sketch that everybody always pulls clips from because it's very true. It's very much Collider, a la 2018 or so.
The only good thing
do
Red
want
Letter
them-
Media ever did was some memeable clips that are now used against him and other people as well,
Yep.
which is crazy.
Hey,
He
Best of
became
the Worst
Tory
still has
Troy.
some funny ass episodes, but that's because they're pulling up like weird
Same way I
80s
say,
B movies.
the same way
Yeah,
I
it's just
say
like
just
Modern Family Guy.
like with the same I say with Anomaly Inc.'s Revenge of the Prequel series. He may be a fake Star Wars fan, but at least he gave us like a good starting point for redeeming the prequels in the eyes of many people and shutting down arguments.
Yeah, Red Letter Media, I especially don't care about their Star Wars takes because they're so apathetic at this point that they just want everything to be shit. They're like, oh, the Obi-Wan show, it's shit, but that's what it's supposed to be. It's like, well, no. They're just too black-pilled.
I'm wondering if Iron Inquisitor is going to come on.
Hmm.
I'm going to send him a quick text just to ask, because he is online.
Hmm.
Ho ho ho.
The plot thinnens.
To be handled with a little more care and consideration for the story. I've already harped on issue 30 enough in my own video as well.
Those
on the
Minicons?
Teletran Tapes podcast.
No, these are other Autobots. This is not. These are not minicons.
Sorry, it looked. I thought it was more zoomed in than it was. I see now that the trees are actually like in what comparison to them.
Yeah.
But it's actually thanks to my good friend Moonbase 3 that I'm making this video today. Moon really does a fantastic job in his own video looking back at Volume 5 and expressing his overall thoughts on the decisions that were made. It's no secret that he is easier on the whole arc than I have been personally, and while my general opinions have remained the same, I can't lie to the fact that his video has also softened my heart on the whole matter. But we're here to talk about it.
AKA, you didn't want to fight with your friend, so you decided to just go with whatever the hell he said. Congrats. You can't fend for yourself.
I mean, my God, just look at Ryan and Jeremy. Like, they disagree so much that they get into outright screaming matches, and yet they still work and enjoy each other.
Jeremy, I think, actually uploaded one of their screaming matches on his own channel, too.
They literally play into it. I think partially because Jeremy just wants to get Ryan to screaming because he knows it's good for clips, but also, like, they very clearly do disagree on, like, TCW and stuff, and yet they're still able to be mature and, like, work together.
See,
So,
that's
like,
how
you could
friendships
call-
work, guys.
Yeah, you could call your friend's videos garbage and he should still like you even afterwards. Like, not as a rule, but I mean, like, an individual one, you could be like, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking with this, you know?
Lita. And so I want to look at her character from start to finish. Has she really changed much? Are the decisions made by Kirkman really that jarring?
Yes.
First popping up in
I
issue
feel like
number 7.
even getting the
Elite-
Matrix of Leadership is a pretty big change.
Also, this is Daniel Warren Johnson's artwork, by the way.
Lita has always been positioned as a warrior on the brink of destruction. From her opening moments saving Ultra Magnus at the cost of her own squad, to her constant disagreements with Optimus on Earth, Alita is a character willing to not only make hard decisions, but execute them. leaving Cliffjumper behind, ending her own life alongside of Magnus if they are captured again, bleeding Earth dry to save her home. Make no mistake here, Elita is an antagonist to Optimus and his Autobots.
She's
I don't
just
mean to
flat out
interrupt.
basically evil.
I don't mean to
Yeah,
interrupt.
so that's the genocide you were thinking
Yes,
of, where
that
she's
is
willing
exactly
to
what she was.
destroy Earth in order to save Cybertron, essentially.
She's willing to sacrifice Autobots too, something Optimus would never do.
I was probably about to interrupt this YouTuber, but what in the All-Star Batman is this story?
It's Transformers.
Yeah.
Is she a villain?
Specifically as well.
No.
Oh, okay.
Feminist
So
independent.
Iron Inquisitor is not going to be coming on. We'll cover Maul Soy Lord after this then.
Ooh, I'm not a fan of that. Is she like supposed to be like emaciated somehow in this panel?
She's looking like desperate or something. And
Who built
yeah, I
her?
will say the
Ethiopian?
artwork's a little rough in places, but
It's mainly just like I love how Optimus looks in that, and like even the gun in the right panel and everything. Like it's weird. It's just the faces that sometimes bother me for some reason. I think it is because they're like robots, and I'm just used to not seeing them so like gooey in their face like a human.
I
What
get
in
it.
the fake
Fleshy.
alien
Fleshy.
Ethiopia is that face? Like, look at how thin she is. She looks like she's starving to death.
And this is partially why I think Optimus is a great like Transformers design. I know they probably did it just because they didn't want to animate lips, and so they just had his little face shield move up and down.
No, that's because that's basically how he looks straight up on his toy. It's his model was based off his old toy.
But I've always thought that looks great for like an Autobot, 'cause it's like, yeah, you'd have like a speaker or something, and that's all you would need is like a basic face. But I always feel like it's a good meeting of design and practicality.
Say that. But she is the internal opposing force to our heroes, constantly being shown off as the opposite side of the coin. RC is a strong warrior that teaches Carly to not let her anger control her. And then there is Elita, the opposite, a warrior who is guided by her rage. She is capable, she is dangerous, but she is also destructive. We all understood Elita when she tried to commandeer Shockwave's plans to bleed Earth dry. It wasn't
There's the genocide I was talking about. She was willing to bleed.
personal. Elita is not xenophobic, as some fans have tried to point out on the internet. It's simply survival.
Again, evidence, man. Evidence. Show the damn evidence.
Also, look how thin her arms are. She looks like a space Ethiopian.
She's a female,
Like-
man.
She has a
probably built
feminine
like
figure.
Ethiopian. It would
Yes.
explain her Lego minifigure looking ass build.
It's a stark
Is it more-
contrast, but also Optimus has like the matrix of leadership, which kind of like buffs you up a lot and shit.
Yeah, in some cases it does.
Morally
Or at
wrong.
least changes your design in some way, I feel like. And even her, whenever she got it in that one in the
Yeah,
panel that he
all
was
they
showing,
really
you
did
know,
was they
she
gave her
gets-
beefier legs and they strapped a jetpack on her.
She gave her them.
prime
She gave her them
no.
Chun-Li thighs.
The face on the right side of the page is so memeable right now, bro. How do they have so many memeable faces, bro?
I thought it said Brandon for a second, but it's a
What
band.
in the IDW is this writing with
Don't
Elita?
Brandon us again. What am I? Am I a verb now?
Like, Brandon,
Just-
what in the IDW is this writing with Elita in this comic?
They want to make her like an opposing forced Optimus, like an opposite side, where he's like more pacifistic. He doesn't really want to fight. He does it out of necessity. She's more the I want to take charge. I'm willing to sacrifice Autobots. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Where Optimus is more the no, there's got to be a better way type. He's the optimistic one. He's supposed to be the one that, you know, inspires hope and change, whereas she just wants to kill all the enemies and get it over with.
Yeah, she like kind of war weary, where she's like, we need to do anything we can to end it. Essentially, like we gotta
Absolutely,
finish
like
this fight for once.
where Optimus wants to try and end things on a more peaceful note. He wants to try and change things. That's the writing.
Of course, and I think Elita knows this as well, but she at the time believed it was her only option of survival. After being left behind by Optimus, Elita has a shift in her mindset. No longer is she the strong leader of Cybertron focused on returning her people to the golden days. She is now a vengeful warlord, hell-bent on creating a new world for her people, one without Optimus. It's not too hard to see the shift between Alita in issue 12.
She's also portrayed as being objectively in the wrong. There's no case of like, yeah, you kind of empathize with her, but you're not going to agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what in the Yzma is that face in the middle of the page, bro? So wrinkly, like a grandma.
It's rage.
Rage made her rapidly age.
Later issues
Transformed into an old
such
woman.
as 16
Transformers can't really age though.
Unless they get rusty.
Even 22, when she arrests Cliffjumper for yet again dooming Cybertron. Do I enjoy the fact that she arrests Cliff? Of course not. Free my boy. He didn't do anything wrong. But it makes sense coming from her. The Autobots have become a split faction, and she cares only for the survival of hers. This rage inside of her has grown out of control, and Shredhead's departure from Earth has become the final straw. Earth is now the enemy, not because she despises humanity, but simply because time and time again, Earth is chosen over
Look,
Cybertron.
guys, on the right, it's
and
the Karen and the manager.
Oh, poor Blue Streak. He has no idea what to do.
He's just like, oh, ma'am, this is a Wendy's. She's like, I want my chai pies.
George Walton Lucas. Hey, Brandon, it's George. Why do you stream at the same time as other gatekeepers? Doesn't that seem a big counter? Well, this is the best time it works for me and my co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
That's just why. If people choose to watch me or watch them, that's their decision. And besides, people
you can
just
watch a replay.
Exactly. I mean, it's not hurting nobody. No how. Star Trek, the original series, was right. Women are not fit for leadership positions. They were ahead of the time. They were ahead of the curve on that department.
Mr. Spock, what do you think? Oh, yes, it was highly illogical for any woman to lead.
Why Alita brands Optimus as a traitor in issue 25. Now, I need to discuss some of the problems I have with Kirkman's storytelling in accordance with Alita, but I'm going to try my hardest not to harp on it too long.
Oh my!
Why? Why not just speak honestly? Why have an objective to speak about it a certain way?
I hate whenever people do this pussyfooting around where it's like, oh, I don't want to crap on this too much. I'm like, buddy, part of the reason people watch YouTube videos is when people are crapping on things. Those are some of the most popular videos that ever get any views.
Again,
just look at Halo. Just look at people like Master Cheeks who craps on 343 all the time.
Like, just be honest. If a thing is worth crapping on, then just have fun crapping on it. Otherwise, you're just going to be miserable, like trying to tiptoe around the tulips and shit.
Well, women are fit on one thing. They're very good at being head chefs in the kitchen where they belong. Even Burger King
the story that is
women
being
belong in the kitchen. It's only inclusive to do that.
Told in issues 26 and 27 obviously is setting up for what we will know will transpire in issues 32. But the main storyline with Alita is picked back up in issue 30. There's nothing wrong with this style of writing, with planting seeds for something down the road. It can seem a little disjointed in the moment and makes you wonder if we're getting back to Shockwave anytime soon, but my point is, I'm not saying
Kirkman's biggest problem is that he won't let any characters really die. Like, he only killed off the only character that I believe he's killed off is Trailbreaker, because it's like Shockwave was very much supposed to be dead because Optimus crushes his head at one point because he's under the influence of Megatron's arm. And
wait, is this did he put on Megatron's arm and then it starts taking control of him?
Yeah, because Megatron himself is being like controlled by some other force, the Matrix of Oppression. So it's like Optimus kind of gets a bit of that when he has the arm and it's starting to affect him.
Well, that's the plot of Metal Gear Solid 2 onwards, is why I asked, because the one guy's hand gets cut off, and then another prominent character, the one guy dies, the other guy has had his hand cut off, so he takes a hand from the dead guy and he stitches it onto his, and then in subsequent games he's like, he sees like the hand taking control of him and it starts like influencing his mind and shit.
Yeah, so it was like Shockwave was supposed to be dead because it was very clearly implied that Optimus crushed his head. But no, Shockwave's fine here. I think the only one that hasn't come back yet is Starscream, because Starscream shot himself in the head, resisting Megatron's control
Nice.
near the end of the run. So
Was Starscream transgender by any chance?
What?
Oh God! Don't ask
Was
that.
Starscream transgender by any chance?
Actually, no. No identity politics in this series.
But he's a
Because nobody is going to
How
ever
can
try
that
and
be?
Kirkman does this crap all the time. Maim a character only to bring them back to full health like nothing happened. Take Eve from Invincible. She dies of old age only to immediately come back to life.
Oh yeah, she's like, oh, I guess that's something I can do. Anyways,
this was done out of order by Kirkman or this was bad. I just want to let you know that we're kind of skipping over issues 26 and 27 for this video because they don't really further Alita's character arc for this moment.
I keep
Issue
thinking of
30
Alita
is the
Battle
mo-
Angel or Battle Angel Alita, whatever order it goes in.
But since a non-binary was
Post-controver-
introduced into the later Transformers media, now we have to ask the true questions. How do Cybertronians reproduce?
I'm sure they
well,
answer that.
Funny that you mentioned that because it is technically explained a couple of times. Sometimes they're just built by Cybertron itself. Generation 2 had a very bizarre way of because they have they have some sort of thing that grows out of them that turns into a new transformer. That was the old Marvel comics. It's technically touched on, but it changes depending on what continuity you're specifying. And sometimes it's just never mentioned. It's just never really brought up at all. So it's like,
Do the mini-cons grow up to be regular Transformers eventually? Is that how it happens?
as far as I'm aware, they have never done that before. So.
Damn it.
Chapter of this comic. And again, I've talked about it at length. And I stand by the issues that I had with it. However, after some time away and watching Moon's video, I do believe that Alita's behavior and decisions upon retrieving the Matrix of Leadership do actually match up to the character we've had for nearly 3 years now.
Except the problem is they never mention her going after the Matrix of Leadership up until this point. It just kind of comes out of nowhere.
She pimp slapped him.
Yeah, she does.
Is this the second time that she said this now? You're no longer fit to lead.
Don't tell me this is a Brian Michael Bendis situation where they just repeat dialogue, because Brian Michael Bendis has a problem with that too.
I have that comment. I'm not saying I understand why she was granted the Matrix. Like any comic, we have to wait. That's the
Okay, yes, but there's a good chance it's going to be a crappy explanation, which is what people are fearing.
Already. Like, this woman is being a narcissistic asshole, desperately trying to make Optimus give her the Matrix without being honest or respectful. It's like if Adolf Hitler got the nuclear football from America because he threw a bitch fit right in the Geneva Convention. His ass would be kicked out faster than a Charlie or whatever.
Why does it always come back to Hitler?
I don't know. I don't know. Use Mao Zedong.
No,
or
I'm
something.
just looking to pin whatever fake fans are as possible evil in their ideology.
Gotcha.
Because I must
point
be
of these types of
big
stories
diva.
to get us reading monthly. And before you go saying, well, the Matrix would never choose her, that's inaccurate, Delta. We don't know how the Matrix works in this continuity yet. So
I'm pretty sure we do get a decent explanation of how the Matrix gets people. It considers you worthy. The question is, why is Alita considered worthy? Now, yes, this may be explained later, but given what we're going through right now, I have a high sneaking suspicion it's going to be bullcrap.
So when is Loki going to get Thor's Mjolnir? That will be a true question for Marvel to do like this.
Well, I always bring this up with like people who are like, oh, well, it could conclude well or something. It's like, well, yeah, it could, but if I hate it for 9/10 of the run, then it really doesn't matter if they try and like pull everything together at the last second. Like, it's very rare that they suddenly become good at the 11th hour. If something is bad and it has a bad lead up to a twist that is eventually good, that's still bad for the lead up. Like, you can't just like retroactively give credit.
let's just wait to find out. Is it jarring? Yes, but let's just wait and find out.
Just
Okay,
wait.
yes. Now let's get to the good stuff.
Her decision to excommunicate the Autobots staying on Earth is a tough moment, and one that I personally hated when I
Yeah, it's her just being very petty because she really hates Earth.
Did Bitsy Pop write this comic? What is this plot?
Also, wildcard. So the Geneva Convention didn't really start till 1949, and Hitler was already dead.
Oh,
so
Adolf Hitler wouldn't. Yeah, I was gonna say Adolf Hitler probably wouldn't have lived to see that.
Well, unless it's the Wolfenstein continuity where he lives still very old.
I mean that's fair too.
All right, the new Wolfenstein trilogy reboot,
Yeah, where you
The
get
one
a
that,
trophy for
sadly
beating him
got
up on the moon.
the one that sadly got Santa baby, sweet baby inked.
Like, this reminds me, this whole Matrix of Leadership stuff reminds me of what Star Wars did with the Force in Disney canon, to where they say that the Sith are the misunderstood guys in the Acolyte interviews.
Kind
And that
of.
Anakin Skywalker blew up the Death Star.
It's just
That
another
was
way
a
of
real
looking at it,
blatant
guys.
evidence.
There's no
That's like
good
if
and
you
evil.
put... Yeah. This
First
was
read
the
the
Joe
issue.
Biden of Star Wars when the Acolyte interview said that Anakin blew up the Death Star.
No way. It made me so upset. And not in a, no, she's being an antagonist again kind of way, but truly in a, this makes no logical sense kind of way. But yet,
Actually, what's even worse about this is that before she even comes to Earth to get the Matrix from Optimus, they're actually chasing the Decepticons because they actually beat them in a fight, and we're close to like winning the war on Earth because Megatron's out of commission, and they have an opportunity to kill him, and she literally just interrupts it. And now the Autobot forces are divided. Megatron's currently going through an upgrade. They had a chance to end this, and she just literally ruined it.
I hate whenever instead of like the villains like cleverly getting out of
Away.
something, it's like an incredibly convenient like timing where like the heroes just fracture at the moment where they could win. Like that is incredibly annoying in storytelling.
It sounds exactly like Biffy Pop wrote that comic. Like, what in the IDW was that comic?
Well, it happens a lot in like manga and stuff where it'll be like, they'll, in order to build up a villain, they'll have him like almost die several times. And then like he just conveniently gets saved. Like even One Piece, which has had great long-term storytelling, Blackbeard and his whole crew get like poisoned at one point by this warden. And then like some guy just comes in at the last minute and saves all their asses. And then they get a big power boost right afterwards. And it's like, all right, that was a little bit too plot convenient.
again, my good friend Moon has helped me see that this decision
Oh my
is
gosh,
exactly
just make it a
on
big
brand.
advertisement for Moon at this point.
Maybe we'll have to cover him at some point.
And for what Elite.
I got to get read up on the Transformers
does
comics, at least this current run that he's covering, and then we can cover that.
Oh my gosh, this is bothering the freaking hell out of me. Because they literally just slapped the Autobot symbol on. It's not even drawn. It's just they grabbed an image and digitally slapped it on. Because this is
that looks it looks very like copy paste and just like it's a separate layer kind of. It's even like off center. Yeah, that's incredibly cheap looking.
Bad.
Even Paint.net would have been a better job than this.
That looks like whenever sometimes they'll do like censorship in like anime and stuff where they'll add like shit over cleavage, and it's always like a black box or something that they just clearly have pasted on in post, and it stands out like a sore thumb. Like it happened in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where they added like swimsuits to these women in like a bathtub, and everybody points it out. They're like, you very clearly pasted on blue swimsuits after that because it sticks out from the rest of the animation as unnatural.
Oh, Bumblebee's been out since the first issue too. Starscream shot him in the head.
Why does Bumblebee always lose his mouth? It happened in Bayformers. It happened in this.
Oh no, he lost his voice. Here he just lost his whole lower mouth.
Oh.
People
Bumblebee
keep thinking
is literally the Flash of Transformers. He has to die first in every comic.
Aww.
That's just a rule of the thumb.
She doesn't even look bothered by this. She's just like, meh.
I can kill you right now and finally end this. But wait, hold on. I want to be a good sport about this. Dragon Ball Z Cell Saga in a nutshell.
It's a little bit of Boo Saga too, because later on Goku's like, "Oh, I could have maybe beaten him as Super Saiyan 3, but I wanted the kids to beat him because I'm not going to be around forever." It's like, dude, you could have ended it and trained them later.
Yeah, and it could have been an
and
easy
sees it
excuse
as a
being
distraction.
like, well, he's dead. He is about to run out of time in the mortal world. He could have just said that, but no. He had to go, ooh, but the kids have to beat him.
I have seen. Hey, Mecha G75, welcome to the stream. I have been seeing like theories that the reason Bumblebee's mouth gets shot off is so he can become Goldbug, because Goldbug also kind of has the Optimus Prime faceplate deal. So it's like we'll have to wait and see, because right now Bumblebee has just been a corpse for 30 issues.
So he's turning him into Darth Malgus from Star Wars, but a clanker.
Wait, so he's been sidelined for basically this whole run then?
Yeah, part of the thing is because Bumblebee has always been like the kid appeal character. He's always been the character that's inserted into Transformers for the kids, and he became exceptionally popular after the Bayformer movies came out. Because that was also when Hasbro actually got the rights back to Bumblebee's name.
Plus the Bumblebee solo movie.
Well, yeah, there's that too. So it's like Bumblebee is inserted into everything. So this was like, we want this to be taken a lot more seriously. So we're just going to get rid of the kid appeal character right away. So they have Starscream just shoot him in the face.
I mean, you could just like make him less kiddie. Like,
is that guy carrying Bumblebee, the big and dumb guy?
Bulkhead? Yeah, he's meant to be like the humble, lovable type. He's not
What in the Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is this bullshit?
What, him?
Yeah, what in the Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is this entire fucking comic? This is exactly what Sonic Boom tried to do. They changed their demographic and tried to, you know, be more hip and edgy with the designs and stuff.
Well,
and the
okay, first off, the designs can't really be helped. Part of it is because they have to also keep in mind the toys. But no, the Transformer comics have always mainly appealed to like adults, like the more grown-up adults more than the kids.
Yeah, because the show started in what, like 84, and then you know, these comics are very much taking like the G1 kind of character design for most of them, it seems like.
Yes, it is.
Because even during the movie, I remember there was the women Transformer, and she looks a lot like Alita here.
So when are we going to get an all-star Bumblebee comic where he dresses up all pink and go like, "You got me killed, bitch. Well, I'm gonna dress you like you, a Barbie, and put on some
I mean,
wings."
I don't think that it would go like that, but I would love to see Goldbug absolutely lay into Alita about how the hell she treated Optimus. That would be awesome.
Slap her back right into the oil refinery, which is the robot kitchen equivalent.
Optimus has been a thorn in her side time and time again, and while they can speak somewhat peacefully with each other, that doesn't mean that they're all buddy-buddy again. Their relationship has been forever damaged, and at least for the time being, they still do not see eye to eye.
It's just like Brandon always says, by
command
Primus.
to return to Cybertron is, well, just that. It's a command. And originally, I found it kind of pointless that she then gave the option to her soldiers to stay on Earth. Why command them to leave to then only give them the option to not follow your command?
Almost as if she doesn't
What
have
in the
absolutely
Steven
any
universe
clue how to
is this
lead.
writing?
Bad writing on Robert Kirkman's part.
But I was reading this wrong. I'll admit it. She has given the command to leave Earth, but she knows Optimus will not come with her. And so she allows for others to stay with him. The caveat being, of course, they are no longer Autobots. It's a harsh, hurtful moment, but it makes sense. Again, she is an antagonist to Optimus. And so, in a strange way, her letting others.
Wait, is this post her getting the leadership? This is post her getting the leadership.
Yes,
matrix?
this is after she gets it.
I was gonna say, because Optimus lost his face mask. I know.
Yeah, he kind of gets a downgrade in form. Like he has only one smokestack, and his design is different as a result.
Again, a charity that hurts all the same. So, I now understand and agree with the decision Alita has been taking now that she is a Prime. Does that mean I am okay with the fact that she just kind of shows up in issue 30? That she allows Megatron to escape off page and, you know, even though he's a credible threat? Not really, but again, I've spoken on those problems time and time again in many different places.
Okay, but that should also
So?
sway how you like the. It should sway your opinion on
Yeah.
this, though.
I love how he's like, oh, I've given my negative opinion, so now I can only get more positive. It's like, well, it can work in the reverse too. You can like see all the arguments for it, and then yeah.
I feel I got a cliche in my ranting. Yeah, you do have a cliche in your ranting, man.
If you've gotten this far into the video and you're saying, Delta, I don't hate Alita because she's a woman, I hate her because she's written horribly, then, well, yeah, she is written to be an antagonist.
Yeah, but this is bad writing because why would the Matrix just flat out choose her? It's baffling writing that right now, in the moment, people do not like. Maybe people will change their opinion on it later on if the writing is good. But that remains to be seen. You're attacking people for something that I haven't even seen. Rick R9111. Oh God, this moment. Lol. Yep, this very moment.
Maybe it's more that you think she is written inconsistently, and so did I. But with time and rereading, I've come around to realize that she really isn't. This is a logical progression for her character.
Except her trying to get the Matrix kind of comes out of absolutely nowhere.
And then, of course, maybe you do actually hate Alita simply because she is a woman in a place of authority and power, and that scares you.
Bold assumption there, pal.
Look, I've said this a million times. Transformers is such a vast and rich franchise that you can enjoy so many different corners of it. Even Robert Kirkman said this in the letters section of issue 31. If you don't like this comic, then that's okay. There are other comics, shows, movies, books, and even more to enjoy. That's the beauty of this franchise.
And not for the last few years, it hasn't been. How is it logical when Prime has proven worthy and Alita is just throwing hands every time he doesn't do what she wants? Yep, it's just a baffling decision.
That being said, if you do hate women who are in charge or women who are written as strong characters, then get the hell out. There's no.
Oh, you're going to try and gatekeep us now, aren't you? Well, I can do the same thing to you, buddy, for trying to make this kind of bold assumption. But I'm not, unless you happen to like Transformers Earthspark. Otherwise, you have absolutely no place here.
No place for you in this community. And honestly, there's really no place for you in society. Women are people just as much as anyone else. And if you're offended by the mere existence of them, well, you've got bigger problems in life than this comic about rope.
Well, I think you have bigger problems because you're the one instigating this argument rather than us.
Well, it's fighting each other and constantly bickering. Does this burn some bridges with some of my viewers? Absolutely. And I'm glad it does. If you watch my content and you think, well, I like Delta because he hates Alita just as much as I do because she's a woman, you obviously are not watching my videos and listening to them closely enough.
Well,
Okay, I'm back.
I'm going to say it. If he says, oh, I'm happy about burning bridges with my viewers, then I am freaking going to be, it would be hysterical if he makes a video at one point that is so horrendously bad that it basically self-destructs his entire channel. Because it's like, you asked for this, buddy, not us. Misogynies.
Misogynies. Oh, misogyny.
Misogynies. I thought that was soggy knees, as in bad knee joints for Transformer figures, because that's my mindset right now.
Alita is a character who is meant to be an antagonist. She is meant to be hated to a degree. She is meant to make decisions that you think, I don't like this decision. I can't believe she's doing this. That is
okay, but there's a way to write this. If the writing is like, there's a way to write it that makes it that you don't have people going, this is bad writing.
Yeah.
This is bad writing. Just straight up.
Well, and it's like, it's kind of the difference in wrestling. There's like villain characters, and it's good when the crowd boos them because that's intentionally what the writers are going for. But there's also characters that are just horribly written and don't go over with the audience, and then they boo for an entirely different reason. It's like this guy's just trying to equate all booing. It's like, no, there's good booing and
as
bad
we pointed
booing.
out when he said the fine line, it's like he wants to try and lump like, oh, if you have any criticisms or you dislike Alita for absolutely any reason, you have no place in the Transformers fandom or in society. Like, he's actually bold enough to say that too.
You must like character or you are expelled, sir.
Her character. Is she written inconsistently? No.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Her getting the Matrix, it literally just kind of comes out of freaking nowhere. If Prime gets the Matrix back, he's going to flip. Yeah, I hope he does.
Think so. I used to, but I don't anymore
because you're a grade A idiot.
Because my buddy told me not to.
This feels like Steven Universe writers somehow got to Transformers already.
Not quite. We're not at that level of terrible yet.
And the fact that she is a woman in a place of power and authority, again, if that scares you, good luck to you.
Fight those straw men, buddy.
It literally scares nobody. The only thing it scares
when they do that.
It's the straw man.
Yeah.
And here's a match. My channel
person in history would already debunk this YouTube show statement. What about Adolf Hitler's secretary? And that I hope it's the last time I have to mention Hitler to a dumbass like this YouTuber on the video here, but
oh my god.
I hate the trying to kind of like equate or
it's trying to lump all criticism together with an issue that frankly I haven't even seen yet.
No. And he's throwing that in there to try to just like end the conversation in an immature way.
Yeah, and look, we like characters like Arachnid. You have Black Arachnia. You had RC. You have a lot of good female characters in Transformers. I am personally partial to Thunderblast from Transformers Cybertron myself, a Decepticon. So it's like,
well, it's a tourist.
Yeah, very much. This is the same guy who thinks Transformers is an immigration story. And trust me, we will get to that one day.
Yeah.
Just as much as we'll tackle Superman being an immigrant story.
He's just trying to throw a bitch fit and say, you can't criticize a character because of some immutable trait that they can't change. I mean, what then?
Well, like the Resurrection F arc in Dragon Ball Super, it has a lot of critics because it has a lot of bad animation. It's kind of a recycled story. They kind of change Frieza's character. They retcon some stuff, I think, in Frieza's character, as somebody in the chat, I believe, Colonel something, always points out. And it's like, this would be like me defending that arc and saying like, oh, it's really good. And like, I'm arguing like all these points. And then I go, and if you have a problem with Goku beating up, space fascist Frieza, because that's what Frieza is. He's a planet destroyer and stuff. Then you need to check yourself, buddy. It's just like, no, that's a completely irrelevant argument that like has nothing to do with discussing the actual thing.
Mecha G7, you basically hit it on the nail. He's crying sexism if there's a single critique towards Alita because he's an idiot.
It's kind of like a YouTuber who does a bunch of horrible shit, but then they do charity work. And it's like, oh, if you're going to hate on someone who does charity work, then you really need to evaluate.
Oh, that's
yourself.
People with Mr. Beast.
Yeah. It's like, oh, so they can just do whatever they want as long as I throw in this one thing at the very end.
This is Scott Snyder's level of criticism. Oh my gosh, does Scott Snyder legit flip out? Please tell me that's the case. I have despised that guy ever since he got his hands on Batman comics.
Also, I don't mean to mention Hitler again, but just because Adolf Hitler donated to charity does not make him a good guy. This shit
right. I mean, you could have said that for literally anybody, but
that doesn't make her the good guy. She looks like Yellow Diamond from Steven Universe, if anything, with her.
Just use another evil
Maybe.
character next time, because that analogy would have worked with it. Literally,
like
yeah. It's like if
Stalin.
Frieza, if Frieza like saw a Make-A-Wish kid, it's like, oh, well,
Or
why do you?
Megatron.
Yeah. It's like if
You have so
Megatron,
many different characters to try.
Megatron like plants a tree, and you're like, wow, Megatron is an environmentalist. If you hate him just because he's an environmentalist, it's like, no, he's done like a million other things that are evil. And it's
Right.
like, nope,
Well,
you just hate him because he's
I mean,
an
hey,
environmentalist.
look at Thanos. Thanos walked an old lady across the street. Sure, it was technically to ruin her life and prevent her from becoming a genius scientist, and he shown that to her face before she died. But technically, Thanos walked an old man across the street, so he's a good guy.
According to
There you go.
some, every time someone criticizes his comics, he sends a DM saying, "Why would you say that?" I have
Does
to try
anybody
that one day.
explain why they said
Brody
that?
is the quantum TV of the comic world.
And I always take
I'm excited
the
to see-
approach of like, you equate each side. If you're going to question somebody's criticism, question their praise.
What
You
they
know,
do
if-
with Alita moving forward with the Matrix and being.
I'm scared of what they're going to do with Alita going forward.
A lot of
Alita
comments
Battle
I
Angel?
see are, man, I really hope that the Matrix is going to teach her a lesson and then she'll be sorry. And sure, maybe to some degree, there is a lesson to be taught here to Alita about humility and about leading the Autobots in the correct way. But my rant is over. Issue 31 was really fun. I liked it.
You just cut off the
correction,
conversation right as you were
tantrum.
starting to get into something maybe interesting. You're just like, sure, maybe. Anyways, that's over.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, why
Hold on,
not?
I'd like to correct this shill. It's not a rant, it's a tantrum. And it's just
Yeah.
like if Ganondorf
Oh,
got the
crap,
Master Sword and Fi, the AI in the Master Sword, started, criticizing him, being like, you need to be a better person. Like that.
You need to
cricket.
do better, Ganondorf. You need to step up.
Do better.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
it's
I'm
like
gonna,
that cricket to Jack and Puss in Boots the Last Witch.
oh,
It's
right.
literally
like
the
that.
same thing.
That's true.
The movie's good.
Oh god, I got something else to cover maybe like next week because it has to do with the Mario Galaxy
Like,
movie.
Guys,
Because I can't escape that garbage. No.
Mario Galaxy Gas.
Imagine
Brennan.
if like DSP or whoever, like, who's horrible at games and like notorious for just being like awful, if he just like he's reviewing a game, he's making a bunch of terrible points, he's just like, oh well, the character models, they didn't let me win, so it sucks. And then at the end he just throws in like, but I also think sexism is bad. And then like you insult his review, you're like, oh, look at all these horrible points that he made. And then somebody just responds with like, wow, you just hated him because he said sexism was bad. It's just like
Super Mario
you're
Galaxy
just
was
throwing
like
it in as a fucking
flashes for all
shield.
the
And we
retard
Bingo.
visuals, and now
And
we
it-
need the Super Mario Galaxy Gas as well for extra immersion. You
Well,
get
yeah,
to
like-
smell Yoki's farts.
Yeah, the Mario Galaxy movie, it just throws in like Mario like randomly turns to the camera at some point. He's just like, I love the kids, they're awesome. And it's just like,
And you
oh,
smell Super Mario's garlic breath with the Galaxy Gas in the theater, bro.
but
That'd
they're
be
just
crazy.
just like, he's like, I do not think you should punch a kid in the face. And it's just like, oh, okay. So now if you disagree with the movie in any way, you think you should punch kids in the face. It's just like, it's
okay.
the most base level, like trying to shield yourself from any criticism by just like throwing in a random ass message.
You can polish a turd all you want. At the end of the day, it's still a piece of shit.
By the way, Brennan, I put up a new community post just now.
Woo!
we'll
Can't
like
wait to subscribe to Wolfscar's channel if you want to see some really good Star Wars expanded universe knowledge.
The Disney EU, right? I can't wait to read about the Nihil.
Oh, fuck that.
Okay, speaking of Star Wars, let's move on to the thing I guarantee everybody probably came to my channel to see. More Star
Jab
Wars
Lord.
Soy Lord. Or Jab Lord. You can take either one. I'm going with
Incest
Soy Lord
channel.
because this... And it's
Small Shadow Lord
Sexplain.
is back.
We're back to doing Sexplain because we did Bombastic. Meg's too boring and sounds like an AI.
Now we're back to
Sexplained
the
is a
guy
Disney
who-
shill.
Now we're back to the gender swapped and race swapped Ilhan Omar of the Star Wars fandom, who married his own sister himself. And the fact that JJ plagiarisms exposed him for that, of all people. like
He
PDP
did not
exposed him as a
actually marry
groomer.
his sister. Just want to clarify that. That was a joke.
Well, then my bad.
Buddy, this is why you have to double check things.
Can't
buddy,
believe everything
because-
you read on the internet.
But hey, at
Exactly.
least I can make one joke off of it. He looks like
Yeah,
a child of someone who did. So there's that.
Look, Molly says a bunch of stupid shit without even making anything up about her, like calling everybody who doesn't like a show sexist.
Yes. Oh, you don't like it because it's horrible. No, you don't like it because there's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Back with 2 new episodes this week, Inquisition and Night of the Hunted, and they were both great.
Oh god.
Has he said anything else about a single episode of any fucking show that he's ever reviewed? He always says they're great.
I don't think so.
Again,
what would've been great?
he's got to make that Disney money.
Like, what is even the point if your reviews are always the same? Who watches this consistently and is like, wow, another great one? No way.
I mean, hell, I thought Maul Shadow Ward was going to take place before the Phantom Menace. It should have, because then it would have been when Maul was alive, and it would have been better. Because in Rebels, he's just a dumb idiot who lost everything and is rambling still. Right,
and then dies within 2 seconds of trying to fight Obi-Wan, something they hype up throughout like his entire arc.
Well, no, Brandon, that makes complete sense because he's still the exact same as he was in episode 1. Oh, wait, in this show, he's drinking chai tea and like being a completely calm weeaboo. And so his character is a complete contradiction because Filoni doesn't remember his own stupid canon.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready? Ready!
It's like I gotta keep you start using my clips more again. Anyway, Wolfscar, I believe you were saying something before I accidentally interrupted you.
I forgot.
It'll
come back to you.
Yeah. Maybe.
Starting to enter the all-out action phase of this season, and I'm loving it. Night of the Hunted was especially awesome.
Oh, putting your fucking merch advertisement in the video. Perfect pause face, by the way. Little rat shill.
Finally,
I always get
we
the
got
perfect
the All-Star
pause
Mall.
Biggs is judging him.
Yeah, I like that.
Biggs,
like Maul,
you're doing us proud, man.
From All-Star Batman, because he's edgy in a deviant way, and he also kidnapped a child.
Yeah, at the very least, he got to bang Black Canary, so there's that.
It's great.
Bang with what? What he got under there? It looked like a robot.
Start with Inquisition and the arrival of the Empire. I'm glad the series waited 5 episodes to do this. It was long enough for it.
Because God forbid we actually let anything actually happen in this show.
Extremely short episodes, and it also only waited 4 because they show up at the beginning of episode 5.
John can say this because he's watched the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, they literally teased it at the end of episode 4. That's how I know they show up at the end, because they literally have the Star Destroyer coming in at the end of 4.
And it's like, yeah, these may be short episodes, but they feel like they go on forever.
Dude, they're like 20-something minutes, because that's all Filoni can actually fill, and even then he stretches it out.
Is that a t-shirt, or do you paint that on using his dog's shit? I mean...
No, a dog shit is more elegant than that.
Oh no. The dog shit would have made better
art. I do not want to ask how you know that dog shit is more elegant, but
look,
All-Star
we've all
Batman
tried
and
to
Robin
paint with dog shit before.
All-Star Batman and Robin at least had the decency to be hilarious and exist in its own self-contained. Yeah, that is
yeah, if
that
you want to tell
the truth.
A goofy Elseworld story, that's fine, but like this is like canon shit. And
unfortunately,
and canon we use in quotes, obviously.
Yeah, Disney canon.
Real Star Wars is the 6 movies and the expanded universe. Never forget that.
In other words,
when is All-Star Mall over there gonna have the Filoni phony Mall gonna put on a black suit to scare Obi-Wan in a room and
to
somehow
feel
have him get away?
Oh god, they're gonna fight. Oh, if they have Maul and Vader fight as like a fan service thing, it'll be the cheapest jangling keys yet.
They're gonna do it.
For sure.
They had a Ahsoka fight Vader. They're gonna do it.
It's true. They did have Ahsoka fight Vader, even though that made they had to literally invent time travel to get her out of that one.
Yeah, like he died canonically until they invented time travel, like a bunch of retards.
but not so long that it felt drawn out. Now we'll have half the season to see the Empire making everything worse. Even worse than Lawson and Chief Kleiss thought. They know enough to be worried, but I don't get the sense Kleiss thinks she's about to be tortured and killed during an interrogation. Lieutenant Blake is...
So people are just dumbasses that don't know that the Empire is literally the worst thing ever.
Well, they like basically the only reason that they're getting tortured is because there's a very clear like interplanetary crime syndicate happening, and they keep getting like their entire police station got slaughtered in like the second episode, I think it was.
All right.
And they're just like, oh, we should call the Empire. No, we're not going to do that because I'm a hard-boiled detective with my cup of coffee in the big time, and I'm just going to go ahead and solve all this. And then
they didn't call the Empire.
Rick just pointed this out. If they have Darth fighting Maul, it would be a ripoff of Star Wars Tales issue 9. And that's one of my favorite stories because that's one of my favorite Vader moments where he stabs himself just to kill Maul.
Oh, he like stabs through himself in order to also
right into
him.
Maul. And when Maul says, "What could you possibly hate to defeat me?" and Vader goes,
Myself.
"Absolutely." It's like one of the most badass moments in Star Wars comics.
Yeah, at least they cloned Maul and stuff like that. They didn't have just Maul in there.
Yeah, it wasn't just straight up Maul.
Yeah, that's what made George Lucas's sequel trilogy 10 times better than anything you could have gotten. Because at least there's a reason Maul is back. He got cloned.
Least slimy. Star Wars animation has done a killer job at making these awful low-level Imperials lately.
Actually, they make these awful lowly everyone's because this animation style is so bad.
Imagine calling that animation good. It's like a weird robot person.
And what are these designs? Like, what is this? This is just a slab of armor slapped on a parka.
Yeah.
Why does everyone look like a fucking inbred chimpanzee in this thing, bro? Like, look at the dude in the middle.
He actually does resemble a monkey.
Yeah, have like a full-on fur coat. Don't just have. It looks like he's wearing one of those pillows that you wear on planes, like the little neck
It's like
pillow.
that one movie, Space Age. It got a whole ass. You remember that movie? Probably most of you don't, but it's about movies of monkeys literally going to space apes or something like that, right?
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that. This looks like Space Chimps got its own franchise.
Well, Planet of the Apes is technically its own franchise. So,
well, no, he's talking about Space Chimps. It was more of a one-off movie. Yeah.
Okay. The Empire did nothing wrong. All Papa Palpatine wanted to do was put an end to Senate corruption, humble the arrogant Jedi, and provide security and justice to the galaxy.
You know what? I'm starting to get on Palpatine's side the more I see our world. But
well, here's the thing: Disney doesn't understand how the Empire works. So,
yeah, because stormtroopers are far more badass than Disney portrays them.
Well, it's not just that. Like, the whole thing from top to bottom.
Yeah, the Moffs, the governors, all that. Yeah.
You see, they have to have the Empire lose because if the Empire wins, that'll prove that the heroes just suck at doing hero work.
Here's the thing, though. The Empire was part of the narrative. They can lose, sure, but they were still a threatening, competent, overarching government. Here in Disney Star Wars, they just aren't that. They're terrible.
Hell,
They're Saturday morning cartoon villains, just without any of the charm of the likes of G1 Megatron or Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Hell, even since the very first movie in the entire franchise, the one that started it all, A New Hope, right? The Empire was proven to be smart and tactical and almost win technically. They were so close to winning. Yeah. And then in the second movie, they literally win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at their first scene in A New Hope. Whenever they come in, they mow down a bunch of rebels.
They blast the Tantive 4 crew and take over the ship.
Canonize the memeable stereotype about stormtroopers missing because of one miscontextualized scene of the Death Star.
The Death Star where they can't shoot anyone.
Well, and think about like the difference between the Tantive 4, like the hallway and them, you know, shooting all those rebels who are actually using cover. By the way, it is possible Filoni, who just has people like charge straight into blaster fire because he's an idiot and he doesn't understand how battles work. But like compare that to episode 9, where like Finn and Poe are just running through a Star Destroyer, just like pew pew pew,
and they're just killing troopers left and right.
And they're like 500 stormtroopers just dropping dead, and they're not even using cover. They're just like, yeah, this is easy. Whoa, whoa.
Not to mention the reason why they missed their shots on purpose on the Death Star is because it
was a trap to lure so that they could find the rebel base.
If only they had Admiral Akbar.
Pointed that out, which was
it's
crazy.
A trap.
Yeah,
Justin Everett, real Star Wars is here.
Where the fuck is
he's referring to Disney?
Well, I think he's referring to clearly what we're talking about, which is episode 4.
Yeah.
Yes, that is real Star Wars. Clearly, he's not talking about Filoni Wars.
You know, Justin. You know what you need, Justin.
Don't give a zombie the brain.
Who knows? Maybe it'll actually make him smart.
Ooh, I am so smart.
Don't give a zombie a brain.
I am so smart.
From the Bad Batch.
Don't give
he
a
really
zombie
does
a
look
brain.
like a chimpanzee.
What the
dude? It literally.
Oh my god, he does.
It's the cheapest ass. Oh my god,
Brandon, don't give a zombie a brain. We know how Dr. Zomboss in Plants vs. Zombies was.
He looks brain dead.
This is like the reverse of the Transformers criticism I had, because there I thought the robots were too like squishy and emotional. This is a human who is too robotic looking.
What is this?
He looks mindless.
Dude right here looks literally inbred in the face.
Guys, hang on. Don't show me that disgusting name anymore. What name? This name?
I think he meant Lucky Kennedy, which I agree is a disgusting name. Lucky Kennedy does nothing about any canon and is clearly a hateful, sexist individual.
Oh my god! When he tried saying that the EU had trans rights when the alien species he was showing had absolutely nothing to do with trans.
And even then, let's just say they did. They could biologically turn into the other gender. They could morph into it like fists.
I will be back later. Oh god, he's going to return.
He'll be like, time to go to bed, guys.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is the Saturday morning cartoon ass dialogue? I'll be back, hero. You'll see.
We'll meet again, Spider-Man.
It's like a goof from Samurai Jack. I'll be back, Samurai. You'll see.
He's like, we'll meet again, Samurai.
I love the one from when he actually does get sick and he's like, I'm not gonna fight you today. And then he just flies. Like he's
the
like
best.
Justin is literally Dr. Eggman from Sonic Boom, dead ass. Where he's like, I'll destroy you. Does Monday sound good for you? Destroy you then. Like the show specifically, not the trash ass game, but the show.
Ass knows enough
to
suggest them all that they.
I also love the Aku ordering pizza. Okay. He's just like, excellent.
Extra thick.
I cannot wait to get to that scene eventually.
Oh, what happened to Wednesday? Adam's on the right over there. What did they do to him?
Oh yeah, he is a Mando bitch as his second in command.
Right.
Why does he look like a dude?
Because it's Filoni Wars and they have a terrible art style, and he also likes butch looking women. I don't know.
God forbid we have feminine women anymore in Star Wars.
You know what? In early Clone Wars, I was surprised because I saw like Ayla Secora actually had her bloobs out, and I was like, "Oh, Filoni, you used to know how to draw women. Now he just like no armor over everything, short haircuts, fuck it all."
Yeah.
Make a Karen look like a Kayla.
His wife probably saw that episode with Ayla Secora, and she was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, they want to make the Karens look like a Caleb.
Butchered all of the charm and femininity. Exactly. Again, I keep saying I keep saying that it still surprises me that given all Disney's done, that they have not changed Minnie Mouse of all characters, because she's still allowed to be feminine.
And well, they got to appeal to the furries, Brandon.
And mind you, they said that the Force is female. Kathleen said it herself. So that's very not woke of them.
Wants to stay for Devon. I love that Cast is like, but she tried to kill you. And Maul is like, of course she did. That means she'd make a great apprentice. Maul isn't a Sith Lord anymore, but he still thinks like one in a lot of ways.
You'd think that he'd probably not want to, considering the fact that he's trying to kill the Sith. He wants revenge on Palpatine, who for some reason, again, did not kill him.
Sexplained is giving me the eyes right now.
Ah! Quick, I'm moving the frames.
And that is the Sith Master Apprentice relationship.
What is that Picasso looking ass face, bro?
This goes.
Look at his jelly bean head.
He looks like he wants to kiss me.
Brandon, look at his head. I don't mean to be rude and call people inbred, but he looks like a literal jelly bean on his head.
It's so arbitrary to not call them Sith if he's just gonna act exactly like a Sith. Like, what is the point at that point?
He is now Darth Bane.
Yeah,
and this ain't no Darth Crate situation either. At least Crate bothered to try something different.
Well, because this is the exact same excuse they've been using since Episode 7, where they're like, "Oh, well, they're not Sith. He didn't say he was Sith." It's like, dude, he's wearing black. He's using a red lightsaber. He's wearing a mask. He's changing his voice.
The dark side.
It's like, he's using the dark side. There's two of them. Like, why are we even not? Why are we not calling them Sith?
Wannabe.
No, sir, they could be officially not Sith. I mean, hell, if you remember the Knights of the Old Republic 2, that dude, the main villain, is technically not an official Sith, but they're still a Sith.
And it's used to dissuade criticism, and it's just like, well, who cares? You're not Sith in name only.
You know what? It reminds, with what John said, it reminds me of a clip from the Micro series. You fight like the Sith, you wear the trappings of the Sith, but this can be easily imitated, however. You lack a vital quality found in all Sith. Sith have no fear, and I sense much fear in you.
Dooku yes.
And Maul himself also had fear as well within the Phony Filoni series as well.
Yeah, when he was crying to Sidious, Master, please, but mercy.
Brandon, that is a scene that would never be in modern Star Wars because it involves Asajj Ventress being dressed down by an old white man because she's like, I am Sith.
Oh, and she loses to him twice.
Yeah, and then
it's the first time when she tries to, and then he destroys her lightsabers in their duel.
Mm-hmm. It even shows him training Grievous, which shows that it's not sexism whenever we say like, oh, Rey never got trained. Like, they even show Grievous getting trained, who's a robot for the most part. I know he's a cyborg.
Yeah, well, Darth Crate reinvented the Sith, and the ancient Sith spirits on Korriban hated him for it.
We hate you, bro.
Yeah, Darth Bane was like
they made Darth Maul look like They made Darth Maul look like such a homo parade in TCW in the Mandalore arc when he was bent down, being like, Sidious-son, please spare my man pussy, and then boom, get thundered up the ass crack.
Well, how about season 7 where he goes and takes over Mandalore again, and then Ahsoka single-handedly dismantles him with like 10 clone troopers?
In the most childish, easy mode difficulty ever.
You know, if the Night of 1,000 Tears didn't completely de-teeth the Mandalorians because for some reason Filoni can't get away from Mandalorians, then Clone Wars Season 7 did. Because it had all the Mandalorians get beat, the Death Watch that he had taken over, and then also Maul. It's like,
One teaches and the other one tries to kill their teacher. One has power and the other one craves it. Duh, Rook, you just don't get it. And the other Mandalorians don't seem to either. They're mad the Empire is around, stopping them
Why are all of these so basic? Like, they don't even have color schemes to make them stand out.
Whatever, man.
Jodo Cast wasn't even an actual Mandalorian, and he actually had a paint scheme that stood out.
What in the Halo knockoff are those Mandalorians, bro? Look at the chest. It literally looks like a ripoff of the ODST armor from Halo 2.
They also they're also reminding me more about it looks like Pedro Pascal's Mandalorian copy pasted into the show.
Oh no.
Because of how basic the armor looks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they have about as
Really
much
cool.
dialogue as he does in his own series, where
And
they're
the
just
only
like
positive
basic
about Pedro
commands.
Pascal's Mandalorian is at least they had the balls to go for chrome armor. Though I would have preferred his season 1 pre-chrome appearance, as at least that had some flair.
Little
And he
bit
colored his
dingy,
armor
little
to
bit
remind us that.
weathered. Yeah.
Kind of like Boba Fett's armor, where it looks like it actually saw action. You know, it's got paint chipping. It has the dent in the helmet.
Well, they
And I can
ruined
understand
that
why his
in
chrome armor will
Mando.
not
Oh,
have as
right,
much
because he
action.
had his armor repainted.
Yeah, it like looks all pristine and way too clean, like a cosplay now.
Like, don't get me wrong, you
Getting
know,
paid.
something could be good looking new, but the whole point of armor is to be against damage. So we could see overtime scratches where the Mandalorian puts little colored dots over time and lines and stuff to be more millennial, but also technically marking his Mandalorian heritage in it. This is his armor. Like Boba
Yeah,
recovered
I like-
Django's armor.
Mm-hmm. I love Django's armor. Silver and blue, baby.
Like seeing
That's
this
what the
shift from the
Mandalorian
Mandalorians
looks
of
like.
Death Watch, who were warriors with a purpose, even if that purpose was bad, but now they're turning into mercenaries. I think it shows how fickle.
You know, Mandalorians have been mercenaries for like the longest time, for like millions of years.
Since their
So
inception.
this is. Wait, what, Wolfscar?
Since their inception.
Basically. So it's like, this is absolutely nothing new for them.
Exactly. And at this point, they're under an empire they don't like. Why the fuck don't they grow balls and turn into their own faction military like they did
But
in
remember,
the
the
Clone
Night
Wars
of
and
a
the
Thousand
EU?
Tears, the Night of a Thousand Tears, the Mandos just get wiped out by the Empire to the point that they can't even fight a damn dragon.
They can't fight like a few TIE bombers. They apparently never accounted for this. They're just like, oh shit, what is this? They can bomb our cities? Oh, we suck.
You want to
The
know?
only good part about the Mandalorian is that it's shown that Boba Fett with his Slave 1, that's what it is. It's not the fucking fire spray like they want to call
Well,
it.
it's a fire spray class ship, but its actual name is the Slave One.
The individual ship, yeah, is the Slave 1.
Yeah. So the only good part about that is that they brought back the same bomb that Django used, but it's obviously for nostalgia bait of episode 2.
The bomb.
The seismic
Yeah,
charge.
where they blew up the
Yeah.
2 TIE fighters in the sky as they flew away from the planet. I didn't watch any of that episode besides that clip, but yeah.
Yes, that is the point of being a Mando.
Dude.
You're a mercenary, you're a bounty hunter. Basically, if it involves fighting and killing things, you're a Mando.
When I say like Filoni is obsessed with the Mandalorians, I'm talking about like TCW, multiple arcs, Rebels, Sabine. She goes and she trains with the Darksaber with Kanan and everything.
Don't forget the Hitler Youth candidates in the TCW.
Yeah, well, yeah,
They're all
TCW involves
blonde and
several because then like
blue-eyed.
season 7 was years later, and they have a heavy Mandalore arc in that. Then the actual Mando show, we have the Boba Fett show, which by the way, I know he only became the boss recently, but like guys, Filoni has been in charge of creative for years. He was heavily involved in getting this Mando show, the Boba Fett show,
The
TCW.
Acolyte, remember,
Rebels,
he greenlit the Acolyte.
Yes, he has been involved in every freaking show. And so he has delved into the Darksaber shit like 4 separate times.
I would
is
even
obsessed.
blame him. I think I even blame Filoni for writing the Acolyte directly. It would explain why some of the characters are specifically that kind of intolerance that only Filoni can achieve.
He probably
Well,
was a ghostwriter.
Canonically, he definitely approved of shit. I know they have like Pablo Hidalgo, who's supposed to be like the canon guy, but like, let's be honest,
The Lucasfilm
Filoni-
story group that does
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely
Pablo
jack shit.
Hidalgo was decent back when the EU was canon, but he
Well, that's
became
because he
such a
had to work with a much
narcissistic
stricter.
bitch when the EU was decanonized.
I think
Yep.
part of it was because if Pablo tried to get away with the very kind of shit he does now, he would have been ripped apart and probably fired from Lucasfilm for it.
Yeah, he's basically like
it's
a
like
yes
Michael
stamp
Connor
because
and
he has
Michael
clout
Cruz.
from the old days.
I
Very
think
much like
George
Leland
Lucas
G.
might have caught him trying to do that once and went, "Watch your balls, Pablo." And he was like,
You don't want to mess
"Okay,
with the man who
Mr.
wears
Lucas
flannel.
Daddy, I'll behave."
Nope.
The man who wears
You
I'm
got
just
it.
George
picturing
Lucas
like
literally-
Clint Eastwood is like the man with no name, and then George Lucas just comes into an old western. He's like the man who wears flannel. It's like, "Do-do-do-do."
Yeah,
Yes,
George Lucas
absolutely.
comes into Pablo Hidalgo's office and goes like Clint Eastwood, and goes, "You better watch your balls, Pablo, before you publish that."
That'll be the next AI film. Is just Clint Eastwood and George Lucas doing a western together.
That would be awesome. I mean, technically, Star
Yeah.
Wars does have space western elements.
Yep. Yeah, he could be
Death Watch
he
really-
could be a samurai too, since he took inspiration from Kurosawa. He could be like,
And he did get the guy who made Samurai Jack, so.
And since Pablo Hidalgo, and since Pablo Hidalgo seems to be a gay soy boy SJW, he responded to Lucas being like, "No, please, Lucas Daddy, don't ban me."
Lucas son, forgive me.
He was.
Forgive me.
Their ultimate purpose was simply power and control.
Like, look, this armor at the very least, it has some color to it. It's got
A little
blue
bit
and
of an
it's got some-
accent. Yeah.
What is that
which
old man
isn't-
right there?
That's Vizsla. That's the leader of Death Watch, who
I'm
overthrows
surprised he didn't
Maul.
croak and
become-
die during the Clone Wars.
He does die. Don't worry, he does die. This
Well,
is just showing a
there's
clip.
there's pre-Vizsla, and then is that this one?
Yeah, he dies to the purple-haired bitch in Rebels.
Because
Or
there's a
something.
Vizsla in Mando, the guy with like the big gun.
So since Disney's all about the
Yeah.
not so secret gay agenda, when is Sabine gonna reveal her pronouns?
Oh no, probably in Ahsoka season 2 because that
Sabine
got
is
greenlit.
absolutely a they them with that hair color and her like no.
She's got the SJW Karen haircut and
Yeah.
dye.
If Wikipedia of all things starts having pronouns in the bio of every single character, that's how we know Star Wars
think
is
they
cooked
do.
beyond redemption.
Well, it is cooked beyond redemption, yes.
To noble fight to begin with. Power is one of those things that no matter how much you have, it's never enough. It's based on greed. So deciding to simply fight for money feels natural, and they definitely don't get Maul's sense of a greater purpose.
So
Jumping
your
to
channel,
another
Star Wars
character that
Explained?
Yeah,
You
I was
know-
gonna say, does this ever apply to you whenever you're talking about this?
Yeah, doesn't it apply to Star Wars Explained and other shows who are actively paid to do this shit?
At least Star Wars Explained wears a clean clothes than all of you combined. Okay, first off,
Trying to tell me that, wait, Justin's trying to tell us that a shill who shills for gay pronoun bullshit, where cutting your balls off and putting on a wig makes you a woman in their world, is somehow them being cleaner than us.
Also,
Those are the
Justin,
same
I'm the
people
only
who
one that's
never
on
took a
camera right
shower.
now, so you literally have nothing to
I was a-
substantiate that.
I was about to point. I was about
Oh,
to
yeah.
point that out again. It's like I can't speak for me, but I do wear clean clothes every morning.
Justin, from how you're using grammar alone, we can already tell you don't have hygiene.
Also,
I can admit your must
Justin,
through the
I will
screen.
say the same thing to you, to anybody who insults anybody's looks and doesn't have their own picture as their profile or has like heavily posted it on their thing.
Or
Don't throw stones from a glass house, you know? It's like
Yep.
you got to be able to put up or shut up at that point. Like if you never bring looks into it, that's one thing. You're totally fine not showing your face. But whenever you start going like, "Oh, you're this and that," it's like, and you're not showing your own face, then you're just kind of being a hypocrite.
all right, I got the perfect clip.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Works every time.
For me, my
Doesn't
clip would
get it
be
is two boots.
Dr.
He
T
has been
from Boom
programmed-
Beach. My clip to him would be Dr. T from Boom Beach in that commercial where he'd go like, "Look at you. Did you look at yourself?"
I got an easy one.
You remember that ad?
Shut the fuck up.
Anyone remember when Mandalorians were badasses with Mystique and Aura? Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Even Jodo Cast, my boy, has more aura than any Mandalorian from Disney Star Wars.
Even the background Death Watch, which were being nuked and annihilated, Rick and Morty style by Jango Fett in that Legends comic, like open season and stuff. That was amazing.
It was.
And we're moving.
To follow protocol because up until recently, those rules were in place for everyone's safety. But under the Empire, that's no longer true. The Empire's laws exist for the safety and security of the Empire, not its people. As the rise and fall of the Galactic Empire puts it,
a Disney novel, by the way.
And how the fuck did the
Laws
Empire
exist-
stay up for so long? Like, Isn't this
Yeah, like
exactly
the
what happened to the
Empire-
Republic in the first place?
The Empire doesn't just go around cacklingly evil and just being like, fuck you all. We're just going to oppress you. Like, they have to at least put on the guise of a functioning government.
Yeah.
So,
And
Yeah,
especially
Disney
when
doesn't
they made
understand.
Andor a literal political allegory for the Empire being America.
Yeah,
some bloody
this
reason,
this
and
is
about-
why
about
this is
some
why I
derangement
always believe
syndrome.
that there was a reason they wanted to make the Death Star. It was so Palpatine could basically just because remember he dismantles the Senate. Episode 3 makes it clear that he can't rule without the Senate, but then by episode 4 he's got a giant deadly super weapon. So it's like he doesn't need the Senate anymore. He can just push people around because if they disagree, he can just blow up their planet.
yeah, and it's been 20 years of gradually eroding their power and everything. And
Well, that Brandon. Also, the regional governors had direct control over the system.
The Moffs, yes, the Moffs.
yeah, they
So-
even bring that up in episode 4. Yeah, in that same meeting, they're like, "Oh, how is he going to control the whole empire?" And
Also, Maul Shadow Ward takes place long before A New Hope, like literal decades even. So
yeah,
at that point, it would literally be a sudden shift of power, and everyone would know immediately that the Empire is worse than the Republic and rebel immediately in some
Yeah.
huge revolt. Like
To serve the
American
Empire,
Revolution style.
not protect the citizenry. Lawson is dragged into an interrogation with Marok, also known as the first brother of the
Also known as Mr. Farts.
yeah, fart
The ghost
cloud.
far from Rick and Morty possessing knight armor.
Imperial Inquisitorius, and it's suggested
Imagine
that
if
he has
like
already
Ahsoka
killed
kills
Chief
him
Plyce.
and he like explodes into the fart cloud, and then she's just like, "Oh,
Yeah, like Rick and Morty, if you remember that sentient fart cloud with all the gems inside of a green, gas giant.
When I think sentient fart cloud, I'm still thinking the enemy from the Captain Underpants show on Netflix.
I'm thinking of Futurama whenever they're like, "Oh, what a cheap effect," and it's just like this floating cloud, and he's just like,
the
"I am
yes,
not-" yeah,
the
he's like,
Star
"I am
Trek
not
episode.
I am not a cheap effect."
Kills Welshie.
Imagine
Meanwhile,
Ahsoka
Devin and
slays him, and then that exact gag from Futurama happens.
Master Daki struggle to find a way out of the city. Devin pauses to grieve the fact that the rest of her life looks like it might
Daki,
be
why do you have such
exactly
a
like
big
this.
nose? Are you meant to be an allegory for somebody?
Also,
Star
in the
Wars
expanded universe, once again, I have to emphasize, please call it by its proper name. The
Mm.
Empire were effective at manipulating their subjects. One stormtrooper joined because the rebels attacked his farm and caused his sister to be crushed to death.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Daki says that if it means their survival, they will do what they must, which is an awful lot like what Maul said when Devin accused him of being a murderer. He did what he had to survive. So we've got these opposing philosophical views. What do we do when times get tough? Maul would say, fight back, make the Empire and everyone who sees you afraid. I understand why that would appeal to Devin over running and hiding. She's afraid that's what her life will be like forever, but that's not.
This is very basic.
It's so obvious what he's doing. Like, Devin has to be severely idiotic in order to ever fall for this.
Survival isn't evil. Yeah, are you gonna say Tom Hanks' character in Stranded was it Stranded or it was Tom Hanks? It was a Tom Hanks movie. It's the one
Hanks. Oh,
Castaway?
Castaway. Yeah.
Castaway. It was. So are you saying in Castaway Tom Hanks is evil because he's trying to survive on an island?
He's like, Wilson, I'm gonna train you as my dark side apprentice, Wilson.
I don't
I
mean to
actually
be
saw that
rude about
movie and it
Star
was
Wars
really
Explained
good.
again,
Oh, it
but
is good.
why does Star Wars Explained look like an Ethiopian version of Markiplier?
He does kind of resemble Markiplier a bit, but Markiplier actually, he puts out good quality content. He doesn't lick the boot of every single thing he does, and he actually put out a good movie.
That's
Plus, he
true.
actually has a charismatic
Unlike
voice that's actually worth
Stuckman, he
listening
actually let his movie stand on its own merits instead of being like, you need to pre-fund it, and also I love movies, so I'm never going to insult anything ever.
Exactly. Like Markiplier, it's like I wouldn't mind watching him out of all the big name YouTubers, because it's like at the very least he does seem like somebody who bucks against it. Like he's not the typical, oh, I like this because it's the most popular thing out there. Like, he was willing to rip into Poppy's Playtime, their latest game, because it wasn't good.
It's so easy to just be genuine. Like, we treat it as an anomaly because so many people get caught up in the politics and not burning bridges. But like, it's actually really easy to just like watch something, post an honest opinion, and be done with it.
Well, that's what I do, or at least that's what I hope I do, because it's like, there are things out there I like, and there's some things I don't like.
To quote BoJack Horseman, how hard is it to be nice to someone?
I mean, I've literally said I like the Spider-Mobile from the classic Spider-Man comics, even though there's absolutely no logical reason for Spider-Man to have a car.
Well, and like, nice or mean, just like not influenced by your personal relationships, your personal like goals and ambitions, because so many times that's what it is. It's like, oh, like Stuckman, it's like, oh, I want to work in Hollywood, therefore I will not ever post this type of opinion ever again. It's like, well, you don't need to play that game. Don't do that.
It's kind of like what the the channel Awesome crew did. They fell into that exact same trap.
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic, even after he came back, he even like kind of like said it in a lot more words, where he's like, oh, like, now that I know what it's like to create something, I'm going to be a lot nicer. It's like, no, dude, like, just maybe your show was shit, but like, that just means you can easily call other things shit because like, you know what it's like.
Of course, I'm probably going to make another jab since I just thought about it, but why does Star Wars Explained look like a Caucasian Bill Cosby?
Okay, that one's a bit of a stretch, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to allow you like maybe one joke about the looks, because we can only stretch this material so far.
Not the end game. Star Wars has a ton of stories in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and most recently in Andor, about how...
Because Dave Filoni can't move away from his own shit.
Repetitive stories, boring
even
stories.
When you get to something like Rise of the Resistance, he still has references to TCW, because you have battle droids show up at one point.
And he's so, he's such an Ouroboros. He never creates anything new. It's just like, eat your own tail repeatedly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As far as
retreat and failure are not shameful.
Choke on it! I hope you choke on it!
He's like an asexual animal giving birth to a kid and then eating that kid anyway.
Oh God.
Literally
concept.
Eating shit and then destroying it.
Okay, I think that's enough with the graphic imagery.
Several clone troopers repeated the mantra, live to fight another day. A retreat in the moment can lead to a greater victory in the future, but it's hard to recognize that in the moment. Devin is simply tired of feeling weak and helpless. I love how...
Sorry, that is just way too general. It's like, live to fight another day. Like, that literally just
like,
meaning...
You know, that sounds a lot like the cowardly thing that 80s supervillains would say as they're retreating for the billionth time from the heroes.
I'll get you next time.
Well, and like, it kind of makes sense, like where Sexplained is trying to use it is just like, oh, that means that you're like always just like recycling shit, whereas like the clone troopers were clearly using it as like we are more valuable than a droid, so it's like more about preserving ourselves because we're tougher to make, I guess.
I mean, like, that does make sense, because it is tougher to grow a clone than to get a new clone out than it is to get a battle droid out into the battlefield.
Yeah, so it's like more important to preserve their numbers. Like, he's even misreading like shitty Disney canon, and like, you know, I'm not gonna give Disney any credit, but like, Jesus, Sexplained, like, even you like could have read that better. You're taking it as like an excuse for Filoni rather than just like, oh, we got to preserve our troops.
Well, this show is presenting big Star Wars ideas with nuance, because I can totally understand.
Filoni can't handle nuance.
Yeah, Filoni is incapable of even thinking in 3 dimensions, let's be honest.
He's not thinking
four-dimensionally.
Like, he literally in his battles in TCW,
it's just marching straight forward.
Yeah, it's 3D models, but it's literally just 2 lines going at each other, and they fire. Even the space battles, which, you know, space is like a whole, like, you know, there's the whole spectrum you could go on, and he's just like, no, the ships just fly directly at each other and fire.
He worked on Last Airbender. Let us think in. I think he actually worked on some of the episodes that were people didn't like.
I think like he was mainly like season 1, right? Which is
I think so. I think I heard somewhere that his episodes were not well received.
Well, it's pretty recognized that like season 1 was a little bit more kiddie and simplistic, and then like it evolves. Like season 2 is, I would say, the peak, but then like season 3 is really good too, where they understand the Fire Nation a little bit better because they go by books. So like season 1 ends at the North Pole, and then like season 2 is the whole Earth Nation thing, and then season 3 is obviously like Fire Nation, and then the movie is the end. And it's like Filoni's is the most simplistic, kind of heavily criticized portion of the series.
Let that sink in.
Where Devin is coming.
The Bad Batch had a literal scene, if you remember, where the Bad Batch literally held up an AAT door and just ran through a bunch of battle droids shooting at it. So at that point, why don't the clones just grab battle droid corpses and then just run through the battle with them as cover?
Filoni is so stupid. He makes like anybody with a Gatling gun just become like an instant battle changer, where like he'll have one guy come in like Wrecker with the Gatling gun and just be like, and he kills like an entire squadron. And then it's like, well, why don't you just give everybody that if they can just kill everything with it?
From and why Maul is getting through to her. So what is the right move for them? Do they just run and hide forever? No, and I don't think that's what they've been doing on Janix.
It'll be really easy to just wait until the heat passes over.
I mean, shoot, the Jedi are supposed to be in hiding. Otherwise, they risk complete extinction.
Yeah, it's actually like super easy to just not use the Force for like even a week, and then the Empire leaves.
Like again, they have absolutely no reason to be doing anything. Maul's not even really a Sith anymore, so it's like he's against the Empire. Why the fudge do you want to turn him in then?
Because
been difficult, but Devin and especially Daki have stepped up to help people. Daki saved the citizens from Maul on the walkway. Devin made a good point about not abandoning the people of Janix to Maul's machinations, and if they continue to help and protect those who need it, they're doing so much more than simply running and hiding.
And they're also risking, again, getting themselves killed. Because
not to mention, Maul ran and hid like a bitch until Rebels.
Yeah. Plus, what was the purpose Palpatine spared him for? I have absolutely no clue at this point.
They never touched upon that again.
Probably to make Maul some bitch or something like that.
Actions that build hope and community, which can grow to be so much more powerful than any syndicate Maul can build. Back at the station, Riley attempts to get to his dad, but is stopped by Two Boots, who is being...
Holy crap. I just...
Back at the station...
He actually is wearing boots. What the fudge?
What? Wow.
It's a dirty clanker. Why does it need to wear boots?
Okay, first off, clanker is a TCW term.
Actually, it's not.
Oh, it's
Republic
not?
Commando.
Damn it.
Oh, my bad. I was being racist. Clanka. There we go.
Riley attempts to get to his dad, but is stopped by Two Boots, who is being really frustrating. I know he's been programmed to believe the system will work, and the character is too likable for him to stay this way the whole time, but it is taking a while. I am ready for him to be helpful. So Riley goes home.
Oh my god, so you're saying people within the system can't be helpful? That's an insult.
Not to mention, it's a droid. It's gonna be programmed to follow the system it was created to follow. What the fuck are they gonna do? Hack it
That's
to
how
its
programming
system?
works.
Exactly. Even the battle droids in TCW are stupid because that's not how programming works. You would expect them to be more like the movies.
Mom, who also assumes the Empire is in the right, and it must be Brander doing something wrong. I was curious what she did in the Empire, and I get the sense she's a pencil pusher of some kind like Cyril Karn.
Oh my god, they actually have cubicles in Andor. What the hell?
Cereal boy.
That had to be the least Star Wars looking thing I have ever seen. All those cubicles. Also, what is that face I paused on?
You haven't seen the police station in Maul's Shadow Lord.
I've seen glimpses of it. No.
Cubicles, The cubicles look more like something you'd see in The Matrix than Star Wars.
Yep. Whoops.
And specifically the shitty one that has the John Wick guy in it.
I was curious if
Keanu
she'd be a
Reeves.
high-ranking officer or something like that. Brander tells Marok about the fight in the warehouse, so the Inquisitor investigates, and I really like seeing him actually hunting for Maul, searching for clues and all that. We mostly just see Inquisitors pop up out of nowhere. It's not a very long scene, but I still like it, and Marok is actually shown to be pretty scary, which I didn't really feel after seeing.
Hard to be scary when you're literally nothing more than farts.
Dude, I'm literally that Chinese guy in the meme, which is like
Nothing to be afraid of when that knight helmet has the literal shape of Roger the Alien's head from American Dad.
Oh dear.
Him and Ahsoka. Daki and Devin head to the subway to escape, but they keep running into stormtroopers.
Those aren't stormtroopers. Why can't he even give them actual stormtrooper helmets?
Not to mention, they're suspiciously immediately turning around and walking away. Those stormtroopers would be like, hey, you seem suspicious. Show me your identification. And then they're screwed.
Really enjoy this unending pursuit they have to be a part of. It's like a slower version of what we build up to in Night of the Hunted, which is a breakneck chase. They're nearly caught, and Rook reports on their sighting to Maul, who is still dealing with an injured mechanical knee. I wasn't expecting to see Maul.
Oh my gosh. All because an idiot kicked his knee.
Whoop-de-doo. The Jedi were almost caught because they immediately turned away from the stormtroopers in an obviously suspicious fashion. That's like if a drug dealer immediately ran from the cops upon being sighted.
Yeah, and you know what's even funnier? If Maul is seriously defeated by having his leg kicked, then imagine if you kicked him in between his legs. Like, would that actually hurt him somehow?
At that point, why don't lightsaber users just target the legs immediately then?
Yeah, well, they could literally just use the Force and just like, psh, and like do a screw loose or something, and he'd be like, "Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I got the meme. Hang on.
Dealing with any sort of
whoops. Hang on.
It's me listening to the entirety of this Sexplain review. This is literally my face the whole time.
Well,
yeah. Basically, because it's like he's making so much crap up.
Like the fact that people give the shows credit for such like
basic things,
either basic or just like they weren't even there. You're just imagining them, and you're just like, oh man, I love how they developed this. It's just like that's not developing, that's just moving the plot forward.
Injury in the series, but I'm glad they aren't treating him like an unstoppable, infallible force. His worldview is flawed, and it's fitting that the literal and metaphorical legs that he stands on are being injured by a Jedi.
That's not because symbolism.
By one
it's
kick.
Not. And on top of that, oh, congratulations, we get to see more of Maul getting his ass kicked.
Yeah,
lovely.
Like, did Maul get defeated by Obi-Wan just for getting kicked in the chest in The Phantom Menace? No, he got sliced in half.
They literally shit on Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon because they redo Duel of the Fates, of course, because I'm not sure if they actually play the music, but they have Maul with his double-bladed lightsaber go 2-on-1 against an apprentice and her master. And
Disney Star Wars is literally Vivzy Pop in the writing room, dared not to use cuss words and somehow make it worse.
And so they go against each other, and like he's about to finish off the master though, and like she jumps in and like blocks him, and he's like, I forget exactly what he says, but it's clearly like telling her that she's better than Obi-Wan, because he's just like, oh, your master is very lucky to have you, or something.
Yeah,
that
Maul
wasn't even
is
Obi-Wan's fault. Obi-Wan was stuck behind a force
Yeah,
field.
there were no fucking ray shields or whatever this time,
Yeah,
or like
like-
the shield walls.
That literally.
Yeah,
But he has a
it's
lead
a show for him to be defeated so easily. Like, what in the Has-Been Hotel is this shit?
on Devin, and it turns out so does Brandon.
There he is,
The
drinking
Empire
his
lets
space
him
coffee.
Yeah.
go, and
There's
he
the
heads
TF2
home to find
spies
Daki
as
and
his own
Devin waiting
cousin.
for him, which is a great ending since at the very start of the episode, Kleiss reminded Lawson about how bad it would be to harbor a Jedi. It's a solid cliffhanger and satisfying ending, but we don't have to wait for more, so let's get right into Night of the Hunted.
Because we're so desperate to get people to watch this show, we're uploading 2 episodes per week.
Also, harboring Jedi and the Empire are gonna make it worse. Well, maybe they deserve everything they get from the Empire then, because they're literally corrupt cops.
And apparently, like, everybody instantly forgot about the Jedi because this is much closer to Revenge of the Sith than A New Hope, I believe.
Yeah,
And
because you don't even have full stormtrooper armor yet.
yeah, so and they see like literally footage of Maul because he's an idiot, lets himself get recorded in the first episode as he's like killing people, and the little space single dad detective is just like, oh, it's like a laser sword or something, and it's just like he doesn't even know that it's fucking called a lightsaber still.
Also, what about when they also in the previous episodes when they were using the Force should have immediately gotten people to spot them and call them out. But
Yeah, somebody
that
should have
was
called
already-
him out earlier. So the guy who killed an experienced Jedi Master and barely beaten by an experienced Padawan is now easily beatable. Come the hell on.
Yep.
Well, he just
L's
runs
this whole
away. He doesn't lose because we got to keep him alive even longer.
And not to mention Obi-Wan beat him because he was
Took
enraged
advantage
and
of
full of
Obi-Wan.
adrenaline.
He took advantage of Maul's weakness. Maul's
Yeah.
overconfidence.
And Obi-Wan technically used the dark side a little bit because of the rage-filled, anger in his face when they clashed, if you remember.
Well, and Rick brings up an excellent point here where he says he should be in the Empire's top list.
He should be.
Think about Filoni canon. Like the Empire caught him. He had him like captured in a cell or whatever after he killed Savage Opress, the retarded character. But Maul escapes. He takes over Mandalore. He gets beaten again. Order 66 happens. So as far as like Sidious is concerned, he's got to be like, oh shit, Maul's still out there. Like, we didn't kill him. He escaped from his cell. Like, we should literally have all hands on deck. Like, this dude knows all my plans. Like, he
Not to mention, even in the very end of TCW season 7's finale, Darth
He
Vader
escapes.
in a later on thing goes down there, and it can be confirmed to himself that they don't see any corpse that seems to be like Maul. So Maul escaped as far as they're concerned.
And
Oh, he goes to where the ship crashed. You mean, yeah. And he sees the grave with all the clones and shit. Yeah.
That
Yeah, and he
Ahsoka,
finds Ahsoka's lightsaber.
Right,
that Ahsoka
right.
got killed, and the thing about JJ plagiarism's take on the thing, as stupid as he was for some of his points, he was right about TCW the whole way through.
Yeah.
Like Ahsoka logically letting those clones die by Maul should have gotten Rex to be like, okay, fuck you, you're on your own, but we're escaping our separate ways.
Dude, that has to be one of the most bullshit ass pulls. Think about all the clones across the whole galaxy and all the Jedi and all the relationships that had developed, and yet Ahsoka is the only one where he hesitates to shoot. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, jeez. I mean, Yoda was getting killed.
Oh, jeez,
Commander Cody instantly shoots at Obi-Wan with no hesitation. Like,
Ayla Secura, who actually had a good relationship with her clone soldiers.
yeah, they couldn't even look her in the eye, probably because they were staring at her bloobs. But anyways, no, but like seriously,
they were
like,
behind her, so
yeah.
they stared at them more, prevalent of that
Yeah.
side.
But like seriously, they're just like all those Jedi, all those relationships, all those clones, nothing. But Ahsoka, she's so awesome that she made him resist Order 66. Fuck that.
Yeah, he has to be like, oh, geez, fives, Ahsoka, find fives.
No, it's because Ahsoka's a Mary Sue. If it was because she was a woman, Ayla Secura wouldn't have died.
Mm-hmm. And Shakti wouldn't have been so instantly killed by Grievous.
Well, you see, Ayla
here we
Secura
go.
is from the EU, and they must destroy the EU and ruin it.
Time to. He's telling us to sleep.
Justin, you say we don't take a shower, yet you have to actively disclose that you're going to bed on
he'll
some
be around
stranger
for
live
another
stream.
hour.
Oh yeah, he's
I
not
would
going to
just
actually
say
go
I
to
gotta
sleep.
get off or
Justin,
something.
you should go to bed before us, please.
They turned the 501st Legion into the Ahsoka Simp Squad. Absolutely, those god awful helmets.
Ugh.
Maul sees that Marok is here and searching for him, and then we jump right back to Docky, Lawson, and the others. I like seeing Riley and Devin starting to bond, with Riley desperately cleaning up his room, and we learn that the sport he plays...
Oh god, don't tell me Filoni's going to try another Teen Crush storyline. He
God.
tried that with Ahsoka in TCW.
Dude, he's really
What
gonna
in the
try and
High School
force-
Musical is this?
He's gonna try and force this stupid. This is the police detective's. Like he's a single
Son.
struggling dad. He's trying to go to his son's sports ball game, space lacrosse, and he has to leave because his job is so demanding. Like it's every detective story ever. Just watch Law and Order.
It's also every 90s dad story ever.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah,
What
literally
in
like
the
Jingle All the Way, where he's
ass
like,
bootleg noir is this story?
he's like, oh, I got to get to my son's karate lesson. Oh, I couldn't make it. Darn.
Okay, at least there Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't divorced.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if he was divorced or if the wife had died somehow in this, but
Yeah, this corporate slop, like, it straight up made me have a cliche where I say, what in the insert bad thing here is that? Like, if
This
you
is
played a
called
drinking game on that, you would die from alcohol poisoning.
I assumed it was called Shockball because Brander mentions his son having a Shockball game in the Shadow of Maul comic, but now I guess Riley is a prolific athlete who plays multiple sports. Anyway, there's no time for relaxation.
Because screw continuity, Filoni will overwrite anything if it comes to him first.
Yep.
See, I don't even think it's
Literally-
overwriting. I think it's literally just like Filoni doesn't pay attention and like doesn't even remember that he did this. He's just like, oh,
Because
what?
Mara-
Huh? Whatever.
Immediately kicks the door in, and the rest of the episode is a fantastic chase through the city. I am such a sucker for stories like these, a long, epic pursuit where everyone in a city or a building is trying to catch or kill our heroes.
You would love Samurai Jack then, because Samurai Jack has had episodes like that.
It's not long or epic or much of a pursuit. It's literally just like the Empire doesn't like these people, so put out wanted posters. And then like it's gonna be resolved in a few minutes. Like
Even the Incredibles 2 at least had the ball to go through a criminal chase scene a little bit after the screenslaver retard epilepsy room that theaters had to actively
And these
dumb
shots
down.
are incredible. The action in this series is so fun and dynamic. It all looks beautiful. The camera movements are exciting. Just
This looks very, very like, I don't even want to say this is fan level, because there are some fan films out there that have some genuinely great choreography.
Also,
nah, it's Filoni slop.
Also, these
Just
stormtroopers, by
unstop-
the way, an LAAT fool are seeing someone with a lightsaber, which confirms the suspicions of a Jedi. I think that Darth Vader is gonna be cucked a lot sooner than we think, and it's gonna suck.
Oh boy.
Using an AI
tension,
clone.
Maul is gonna beat him and knock off half of his mask, and Vader's gonna have like the half ant. It's just like Spider-Man in the Maguire trilogy, where he always has half of his mask knocked off somehow.
Yeah.
Agreed. If Obi-Wan can beat him with literal fucking rocks in the Kenobi show, I wouldn't doubt that Maul's gonna beat Darth Vader, go like, oh, so you're Anakin Skywalker, and then
Yeah,
just leave him alive out of some
No.
pity or something like that.
No. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have, because he was defeated because someone kicked him in the knee. We're gonna have Maul kick Vader in the knee because he has robot legs now, and that's how Vader's gonna get defeated.
Vader's gonna be like, "You are machine like me," and then Maul will be like, "We've both been hurt by Sidious. Join me," and he'll be like, "I'm too far gone. Only Ahsoka can save me now."
Only Ahsoka-san can save my
Even if my
grown-ass man voice
son,
now.
even if my son saves me later in episode 6, it'll totally be because Ahsoka planted the seeds, bro.
fun.
Yeah.
Seeing Docky deflecting turbo laser fire was rad. And like,
I don't even think that is supposed to be possible.
Doesn't
for a
even make
lightsaber.
any fucking
No.
sense. Yeah.
It's a bigger caliber of laser. It
This is
wouldn't
just like when
happen.
Ahsoka deflected the TIE fighters in the Ahsoka show whenever she was leaping around with her fucking boots that didn't make any sense.
Well, John, that actually has happened. That can happen.
Well, yeah, TIE fighters do have like standard laser pistols. They don't exactly. They're not exactly packing heavy weaponry.
I
Since
don't
they're
think she even had like magnet boots though. I think she just was like
Mag
leaping
boots.
around in space with like nothing.
And even for TIE fighters, they have like at least the minimum decent caliber for your average aircraft, which would explain why they were able to take down X-Wings in A New Hope, because you couldn't deflect that shit.
Buddy, I am not debating Darth Watts. Darth Watts already got his ass kicked by Scran.
Watts
Justin, you
is
said you were going to sleep
irrelevant.
earlier.
Yeah, Justin, go to sleep.
Or
I said
did
before,
Justin already go
Morok
to
is a-
sleep and only activate 15% of his true power?
Good villain
His
this time
true
around.
power.
The trailers for the series gave off some serious horror vibes, and yeah, Marok feels like a slasher who just won't give up.
Except he's not actually having a body count, is
Dude,
he?
you can't have a guy explode into a fart and then say he's a slasher later.
Not to mention, wouldn't Morok already say to the other Inquisitors, yeah, we found a Jedi on this planet and the police station's been hiding it. Come torture their ass and twist that
you'd think they would
Lawson
get more
officer's
Inquisitors
tits
in on this.
immediately with cold water.
Well, the Inquisitors suck in this canon, so
And Darth Vader comes down to the planet and it's like, Inquisitors, twist that cop's tits until he tells us where the other Jedi are.
Bah.
Every time they get away from
cold water and then twist the nipples and water from everything.
Imperial grunts are right on their tail. There is no time for a quiet moment. Anytime they try to talk, they're under attack again. The sequences flow into one another so well, and the team of heroes we've assembled is great to watch. Lawson is a fantastic shot, and I'm glad he's around to help the Jedi. At the station,
I refuse to believe that a cockpit window is so easily shattered by a simple laser pistol, a blaster pistol.
Like, what the... Also, Lawson is rebelling against the very empire he was working for. He's like, Vader's gonna give me a purple nurple. I better run to the other side.
we finally start to see Two Boots understand things aren't going the way he thought they would. The timing of believing Lawson will be pleased with him and then immediately seeing his wanted poster was perfect. Then Blake tells Two Boots to lose his two boots, basically saying, get rid of the thing that sets you apart. The Empire doesn't.
Oh my god, that is...
Why would the clanker even wear boots?
God, guess who was lurking in the chat the whole time?
they wouldn't care.
Darth Watts. He's here. The droid doesn't rebel. Chances are he's going to rebel, all because of his stupid boots. Darth Watts admits he's wrong if he disagrees.
Also, not to mention, Darth Watts suspiciously came as soon as Justin left and mentioned Darth Watts. It seems like Darth Watts is an alternate account.
The plot thinnens.
Alt account.
Very coincidental.
Doesn't want individuality, it wants everyone to conform. I like that this entire time, the droid's boots were a subtle illustration that deep down at his...
No, it was a stupid character design element that they're like, oh, well, we got to find some way to rationalize this, so we're going to do this.
It's just like that helmet on that stupid droid from Star Wars Resistance. It's just slapping on something because all those dirty clankers look the same.
Yep. Whoa, man, you use the hard R there, first of all. But also, I gotta say, Filoni is kind of like a bad wrestling promoter where he has a stupid gimmick for every character that means nothing. And he's just like, oh, what how am I gonna differentiate this droid? Oh, he's got two boots. He's two boots. It's like, dude, can you not like think like from a character perspective or like, you know, actually like make this character distinctive in personality? He's like,
also,
nah, he's just got two boots,
thing
bro.
was mentioned in Solo, a Star Wars story. Are we going to have a separate part of Maul Saddle Ward where the droid is working in a plantation picking, I don't know, space grapes, and then someone's behind him going like, pick that damn space grape, you dirty clanker?
All right, gotta get back to this.
His foundation, Two Boots has a rebellious streak. Lawson and the others briefly lose the Empire and head to Rena Sewell's casino for help. And it's silly, but I got kind of excited to see a Devlik in the scene. It's such a goofy looking alien, and we've barely ever seen it outside of Wan Sandage, the pod racer, who himself isn't really in the Phantom Menace. But the one in the casino is clearly a snitch. Rena reluctantly agrees to help Brander, and I think we get another hint that there might be a romantic aspect to their relationship. Right?
One that's going to go nowhere because Dave Filoni can't do romance.
Also, one of the aliens earlier, like the other purple bitch, she was like straight up that girl from Mass Effect, but purple. Also,
Yes,
what
she
in the
kinda
50
does.
pop is that green alien looking ass thing?
Brandon trying to dodge the question. Buddy, Watts can just cry for
What
all I care.
question?
There's literally nothing I can add to the conversation.
You can debate in the
Justin, when the
comments,
fuck was a
dude. Like,
question
just
ever
say your
asked?
argument and have it well articulated in a comment.
He can't
Yeah,
do
like
that.
when did they ever ask a question? They just said they provided evidence for something else, which is not even related.
Riley speaks about her with a slight edge, so maybe Rena had something to do with his parents' separation. We at least know that they saved each other's lives, but we don't get to learn more because the Empire shows up again.
Because Dave Filoni would rather circumvent everything with action rather than actually develop any characters.
Not to mention, they got themselves in the situation and nobody else. It's literally their problem.
It definitely seems like Sewell is down to fight and help, so I think she's at least a little trustworthy. Devin and Riley have to split up from their father figures and escape on their own. Spybot keeps tabs on the chase.
There's very little Maul in this Darth Maul show in this episode.
Also being called Spybot. That's pretty obvious about what it does.
That's very on the nose.
Entire time and sends updates to Maul, who sees this as another opportunity to get his hooks into his potential new apprentice. Marok chases Devin and Riley onto a train, and this episode really has it all. I love a good train fight. She holds her own until Maul appears to lend a hand, and it is so...
You're supposed to be an Inquisitor. You should be able to take on an actual freaking Jedi Padawan.
No, they
Morok,
can't.
please tell me, Morok, that your fighting skills are not like your looks. Like, this dude is a literal floating version of Cardi B's lyrics put into person. A fart.
Ooh, Cardi B,
cool.
the ugly face. Yeah.
Seeing him work together with Devin. Just incredible choreography until Devin separates the train cars and they leave Marok.
I'm literally like seeing no good choreography here. Oh.
They fight again. Oh my god.
This shit is worse than the sequel trilogy already.
You know, this
Ew.
reminds me of a post that I saw today where they were like, "Oh, Rey should have had a double lightsaber." And I'm like, do you guys literally just think that like more lightsabers equals better? Like,
apparently,
This shit is
that's how
what Maul was
simplistic
memed on
the-
about.
yeah. Like they're literally gonna praise Morocco for having a double lightsaber. I feel like it's so pathetic.
Wait a minute. If Maul has a drone, how did nobody go after him, hack it, slice it? You mean?
Ooh, yeah, it's very true.
Marok in the dust. But the younger generation is now stuck with Maul. Marok goes back to his Star Destroyer to deliver a report to a hologram. He refers to them as My Lord, and maybe he's talking to the Grand Inquisitor, but I have to
The
assume that's
Emperor.
Darth Vader.
It would most likely be Darth Vader, considering Vader's in charge.
Yeah, like Darth Vader or the Emperor, probably. More likely Darth Vader because of the whole Disney Comics bullshit.
I want to remind everyone that yes, I got the screeners, but I'm recording this before watching episode 7 or 8, and we didn't get 9 or 10 at all. I have no clue
Oh,
who
you
that
didn't get the
hologram
last
is,
couple
but I do
episodes?
think we could be building to a Vader Maul showdown. That brings
Oh no!
Why?
No!
Also, to easily be beaten by some old freaking like Fraggle Rock looking ass Jim Henson alien, along with his younger Padawan, which didn't even train very much before Order 66 to begin with. Like, he lost to that. And he's supposed
This
to
to
be
the
intimidating.
Well,
of these
Inquisitor's stuck
episodes,
in
and they
scam.
might might be my favorite of the bunch so far. I had some nitpicks for how episode 2 ended, but ever since then, all of these episodes have felt very complete to me. It's a tough thing to tell such a compressed, serialized story that picks up one episode after the other while still feeling like...
If they felt complete, then why do you need more? Oh, it's almost like they were not complete.
Yep.
I mean, they felt complete in a certain way onto a certain stinky pile.
Think about like Tartakovsky Clone Wars and how efficiently he told the story. It was like 5-minute episodes.
Yeah, you had the entire Battle of Munilist.
Oh my god, it was so efficient. And then like Filoni is like, oh well, I need a whole season to like tell a 10th of that story, and like I'm not gonna have any of the character development or like awesome choreography, or it's just like holy shit, it's just on a different level by like tenfold. It's such a massive chasm.
I mean, when this guy's head on this YouTube video, when his head looks like a jelly bean, I don't exactly expect him to even remotely understand what feeling complete means.
Satisfying to watch on its own. I'm very impressed with the writing, the animation, the action. I haven't mentioned the sound design or the music enough. This show is great, and I'm so glad we know a second season is on the way. For a while...
Oh, God, Iron Inquisitor is going to have a meltdown when, he's going to have an aneurysm when the second season comes out.
Why the hell is Maul doing a freaking mewing like Mona Lisa or something?
That was a question, but as we get over halfway through the first season, it definitely seems necessary. They are slowly building Maul's relationship with Devin, and I love that. I do think she'll eventually join him. I think it would be disappointing if she joined him for like an episode and decided to go back to the light very quickly.
Actually, I guarantee you that's exactly what Filoni's going to have her do.
I mean, hey, he wrote Battlefront 2, the new bad version, and we know how it turned out for Iden Versio. Same shit's gonna happen here. And hell, that Battlefront 2 bitch looks exactly like a substitute teacher put into armor.
Yeah.
Like I love seeing why Maul's words make so much sense to her and how they slowly change her mind. I just like seeing them together. So if she becomes his apprentice, I'd like to see her slowly realize why he's actually wrong, if that is the story. It might be that she stays with him and it fully corrupts her. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. I loved these 2 episodes. Let me know what you
did. Sheesh.
So even if she gets corrupted, she's just going to be the new canon Darth Talon and be some bitch that gets killed off at the end of the show because Maul needs to run like a little wanker during Rebels.
Yep. And unfortunately, the pain doesn't stop there. I actually have a clip directly from episode 6 for us to rip into real quick.
Oof.
And then we have like 2 trailers we can burn through before we call it a night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Wow,
probably gonna have to do a lot of pausing. Yeah, a lot of these names feel very phoned in, like Star Wars Coffee.
Star Wars Coffee.
If you ever want a good go to calf chat. Oh my God, Darth Watts is doing it again. He's going to his alt accounts because I keep putting him on
alt accounts. He has Justin as an alt and then the gaming alt.
And to the Phantom Zone he goes. Fire. Representing just how much of a dumpster fire this show really is.
Peak fire, bro!
Who the fuck designed his logo? Vivipop?
Okay,
so,
dude,
like,
seriously.
wannabe
Can you choose anyone that is not Vivipop? You've ran that joke into the ground.
Yeah, but look at it. It looks exactly like the only person who could have made this is the same bitch who made Hazbin Hotel.
It would have been
Run, I know, but
man, Edge from WWE. Yeah.
What is that screen transition?
What in the Michael Bay is that music?
Oh, hey, Michael Bay Transformers music is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh Good
They should have
fuck.
played the Face Myself music during this title sequence.
Oh God, he takes. How hard is it to hit the stupid woman? Like you're not even hitting anything else. He's just swinging it around.
You know
what
what's
in
funny?
the Steven universe is this
Like
fight
he's not slicing
choreography?
anything else off. Like you don't see him slashing anything. It's just wave lightsaber around in the air.
He's supposed to be an intimidating, awesome, like supervillain, and he's a loser.
Like what in the Steven universe is this horrible fight choreography?
Dave Filoni fighting. And the movement feels a bit too quick too, as well. Like it feels.
It will, like I know I know about the Vicky Pop joke, but this dead ass looks actually like Has Been Hotel animation.
That's true. It's kind of like jerky and everything. Oh my gosh, Watts, Jesus.
I just sent him back into the Phantom Zone. He has to stop coming out.
But like they're trying to. Why are you trying to retroactively make Marok into like an actual villain?
After
Like
what you did to him in the Ahsoka show.
yeah, why would you kill him off and then try and be like, oh no, it's totally cool that Ahsoka killed him off, guys, because he's actually really cool. It's like, no, you make him cool and then you have her kill him off. You're
Just
doing
like
it the reverse
just like what
order.
George did with Boba Fett.
You know what's funny? See, in the EU, a standard Inquisitor would have been able to just one-shot that Padawan.
Nah.
Because they actually took on Jedi Knights and Jedi Masters.
Yeah, I remember Obi-Wan had to fight an Inquisitor on Polis Massa.
Well, this Padawan shit started off with Ahsoka. Like so many things, it was the original sin where like they had Ahsoka, an apprentice, like beating Grievous and shit. And it was just like, oh, this is stupid because you're ruining the power scaling for all time now.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when Star Trek, the original series, and the Next Generation has better fight choreography than this crap. Batman 1966 has better fight choreography than this.
Bam, pow, boom, biff.
Even the Star Wars sequel trilogy has better fight choreography.
That actually is true. At least they're consistent and they make the lightsabers look like they weigh 100 pounds. And they're just like,
When
Rey
all I
is
can
literally
do-
swinging hers around like a baseball bat.
Also, when all I can do is just compare this to 50 Pop and Has Been Hotel with nothing able to be thought of that's original other than that, that's how you know it's that bad.
I'm sorry, dude, but you gotta come up with better material than that.
I know, but so should Dave Filoni, because all I can say is that this looks like Vicky Pop. I can't say it looks like anything else.
Well,
but
you can
that's
say
not-
it looks like it looks like a dude swinging a 100-pound hammer.
Visual dysentery.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm right here.
Oh, look, it's the Soy Lord.
What in the DeviantArt was that voice, bro?
That's
Be
Sam
like,
Witwer, by the way.
I'm right here.
That's Sam Witwer, everyone.
Like,
Oh,
what in
but
the
he's one of the
postal
good
guy
ones.
is that kind of dialogue where you go, I'm right here.
Remember how idiots thought that Sam Witwer should take over canon?
Oh my god.
Maybe in 2008.
So it's true.
Even
What in
Maul-
the PBS Kids is that face design for the characters, bro? They look like Miguel and Michael or something.
Hang on, give me a sec.
So
Maul looks like he doesn't even want to be here. He looks like he doesn't even want to be in Disney Star Wars.
He looks so bored.
He looks like he's about to go for another work shift, bro. Wrinkles and all.
Like, I'm just doing a house show.
Oh, and look, helicopter lightsabers, guys. Don't forget that.
Oh, they're gonna do double lightsaber versus double lightsaber, and it's gonna be so fucking lame.
Didn't
And
someone similar to Morok die off in Rebels in the same
It's hard
way?
to tell because the designs just
Homer
start blending
Simpson.
in.
It was eighth brother, so is Morok the eighth brother and he died in Rebels
Oh
but turned into a
my-
dark cloud?
crashing out. Homer Simpson is crashing out.
Oh, he's calling me a Nazi now.
You are a coward.
Homer.
Admit it, I will expose you.
So-
Sure, buddy. Sure. Do
You're
whatever
calling
you
him a
want.
Nazi.
Humiliate yourself more.
So this dude making ults calling you a Nazi, but the very people he aligns with are more like Nazis.
Dude.
Hold on.
Okay, hang on.
Wait.
So like the chick
a minute.
could just stab Maul in the back right now and she could kill him.
Did Maul take a Sorisu stance?
Uh-oh.
No way. Oh my god.
Dude, look at her behind him though. Like, couldn't she just like stab him right now?
Like she can stab him right in the chest, like, and he wouldn't even know it.
Because he's got to fully concentrate on Marak. If he goes to block her, Marak is gonna kill him. Is she just standing there this whole time? Like, what?
Yes, apparently she could literally
struggle.
just kill one or the other.
Yeah, she could kill some dark side user. Like, it's so
Anakin
easy.
Skywalker, even in the movies, was effortlessly whooping asses of Padawans in the temple during Order 66. Maul should have wiped Morak off the floor.
Don't forget, Anakin also killed
what are we going
knights.
to do?
Anakin also killed knights and masters. He killed
And if we
Jocasta
take
Nu.
the Revenge of the Sith game as a canonical thing, he even killed his original lightsaber trainer before Obi-Wan became his master.
Sindrawling, classic character.
Yeah.
There were those 3 Jedi Masters that dropped down. Those guys were a bitch to kill.
Oh yeah, in the Battlefront game.
Yeah.
What is?
Like, look, she's just standing there for no reason.
What
No
in the
reason
life is strange is he doing?
She's plucking her brow.
And the problem is, because the animation's so bad, it doesn't even look like she's winded. She's just looking pissed. And she's not, like, you could have easily made her look a bit more exhausted, but no, you don't.
Like, what in the Telltale games is he fucking doing? Taking her time as if you have some dialogue choice box. And you click one, and then he does the thing.
Okay, now one of them, like, she could literally just cut off Marak's head right here.
Kill him!
Do it. You will all be down to it.
Oh my gosh, and his voice, it is trying way too hard to be intimidating, but
It's
knowing
so
What in the
edgy.
Michael Bay Transformers is that voice, bro?
okay,
is
dude,
Even
you have to stop
Megatron at
doing
least
what
was
in
more
the
intimidating with the same effect.
What? Is that how he endears himself to her? He's like, "Oh, I saved you from the other dark side user."
Holy Mulan 1994, bro. What is that jump? My
Yeah.
Oh, he just cut. Oh wait. No, I see what they were trying to do there. Okay, man. I thought he was just going to cut a crate for some. Oh
double lightsaber.
no! Crap like this is why I prefer gunfights. So tired of his drawn out sword clashing bullcrap.
I like sword fights.
I like both fights. It depends on how
If
well
they're
it's
done
executed.
well, yeah, it's like it's all about like how you do it. Yeah.
Oh no! We called it. It is going to be double lightsaber on double lightsaber.
Holy IDW, what are they doing?
Sweet mother of the cosmic force. You know, it's really you know, I don't know whether or not it's a blessing or a curse that I can hardly tell what the hell is going on right now.
Son of a sweet baby ink. What have they done to
Sweet
my
baby
boy
ink.
Maul?
Oh no.
Oh, are you kidding me? She just cuts the lock. You know, if you had that spontaneous kind of action, you could have killed Marak already. I mean, yeah, you'd probably have a mouth full of farts, but you'd still have killed him.
Well, you see, he dies in Ahsoka, and they have to find some arbitrary reason to keep him alive. So they cut the line. And logically, he should have died in a tunnel, but if you remember, he's a
Okay,
fart
hold
cloud.
up. Wolfscar wants to say something. Wolfscar?
How does, never mind. I guess in the front, it's being carried. Because I was wondering why is that piece of the train stopping, but the other one is.
It probably needs a train.
It's connected to the front part of the.
Yeah.
So, like, he has to survive on the dark side of the force through that tunnel to get back, because he's like that fart cloud in Rick and Morty with the gems inside of it.
Yeah.
Like, logically, they should have died there and starved.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
and most of it's just kind of nonsense. That was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that hurt. All right.
My brain.
Okay.
So now trailers, right?
Yeah, we got 2 trailers. One of which
I would rather watch the entirety of Has Been Hotel instead of that show.
Not Has Been Hotel again.
Okay, so first off, if it wasn't bad enough that they dragged him into Daredevil Born Again, MCU is going to take a crack at doing the Punisher of all characters in a special. You know, one of the most adult Marvel characters out there being handled by.
This is the easiest thing to like make a cool trailer of and try and lure people in, and then just like completely cop out in the series. I'm just gonna say it right out front.
Hey, Frank.
What in the Abraham Lincoln is that face?
Because like John Bernthal, he's a good actor. He embodies. What's up?
I don't think he has the right look for Punisher, in my opinion.
I can see what you're saying. Like he doesn't have the. He always has to grow a beard for that reason, because he's like he doesn't really match like the comic book look of.
Well, he doesn't look like the kind of person that can be either dead inside or, you know, he actually looks like someone that you'll be terrified of.
This dude looked like he would.
How many alts does he have?
Yes.
Damn.
Can't you be like banned off of YouTube for trying to make alts to circumvent a ban?
I think so.
I know they always say that on Reddit. They're like, don't make alts to circumvent this because you will be banned on like an IP basis.
Yes, I do believe they do that. But anyway, it's like anyway, John, go ahead and say your thing before.
Yeah, so John Bernthal, like I think he's a good actor. He's good at embodying the rage aspect of the Punisher. But like yeah, I can see kind of what you're saying, Brandon, with like the more sympathetic angle, or like post his immediate trauma of his family dying, like he needs to be more of a character, and like he really like doesn't have that range, or like he's just not willing to show that range with this character, at least.
Brandon, derangement syndrome is strong with that one. Indeed.
Yeah,
it's like where the Punisher takes place in the Netflix series. It's like, yeah, he's fresh off of what happened to his family. You know, he's got the rage and all that. But over time, the Punisher is supposed to become more of like a methodical killing machine. Like he's kind of like a walking corpse, just waiting for somebody to end up ending him. Because it's like, you know, he's killed all the people responsible for killing his family. Now he's punishing evildoers to the day he just stops, you know, functioning.
Yeah,
by
Brandon,
that point, it's just a job. He's going through the motions.
Agreed. But to make this even worse, this does not look like the Punisher. This looks like a member of Al Qaeda.
He does have the big Hasidic beard. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
He looks stereotypically Islamic, like unreasonably so.
Well, he's just big beard. I mean, he's very clearly, yeah.
Yeah, it is just a big beard.
Tell him to say Allah Akbar and give him Jedi robes, and then boom, you got your perfect stereotype.
Give him Jedi robes. Oh my god.
From the company that brought you She-Hulk, by the way.
From the company that brought you Captain Marvel.
Oh no.
Talk to me.
The numbers.
Oh, Of course, it happens to happen like right across from him.
I do love how they're just like from the company that brought you, and then they can just like choose any of like 40 properties, and they're just like, well, we'll choose the good ones.
Right.
Because we're never going to advertise the fact we brought you She-Hulk attorney at law.
Yeah, She-Hulk, the Marvels,
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, like you could name
Hawkeye.
any number.
Oh, so what kind of fucking name was For Love and Thunder? Who thought of that
Hey,
movie title?
you
needs
know
to be
what,
fired and
Brandon?
blacklisted.
I'll give Hawkeye the slightest bit of credit.
Oh yeah,
At
it made
least-
Kate Bishop likable.
Well, yeah, and then she at least admired Hawkeye and was like, not like, oh, Hawkeye, you're a piece of shit. I'll
Yeah.
be better than you, you know?
Yeah, but that show also demasculated Kingpin, so it's
Yeah,
still
they
shit.
did destroy, like towards the end, they've totally shit on Kingpin. Yeah, because they have Kate Bishop beat him and like throw him through a window.
Tell me.
Oh my gosh, John Bernthal is actually writing and producing this.
Who's this guy?
We're cooked.
No idea.
What's going on? What's going on?
What?
I guess he's a. I mean,
He's
I
like
guess
a
he's
war
coach.
veteran buddy, maybe?
I would think so.
Think God's gonna forgive us?
Keep in mind, this is supposed to be from the Netflix series. The Netflix series is supposed to be kind of stapled on, so it's been a few years.
Fucking John Bernthal's just like, Red, I had a multicultural daughter, Red.
George
things
Floyd
we've done-
let me adopt his daughter after he passed away.
Yeah, it's going to be a special presentation. It's not going to be a full-blown show.
Like, since it takes place in 2026, I presume it has to be after the Iraqi war. So, a Muslim-looking motherfucker went to war with a Muslim nation.
Okay, he's not an actual Muslim, so calm down.
Yeah, sorry, he just looks like one.
He's
weirdly.
got like a full beard, but like, basically, I don't know if anybody's watched the series Homeland.
No. I know of Homelander, but
No. Homeland is a good series, at least for the first couple seasons, where like a guy comes back, he's like a big war veteran, but he's also been kind of like brainwashed and converted to the cause of the terrorists. And it makes for a really interesting story, actually. And there's like a Department of Defense lady who's like working against him, and she like sort of counteracts all of his actions. But anyways, I recommend like the first 3 seasons or so.
yeah, from the Punisher standalone show on Netflix, which, and I know this was a top take, but that show was mid. Yeah, from what I've heard,
the first season is good, and then like after that it starts to become like really stretched out.
ooh, Darth Watts is helping take a shot because Bernthal is Jewish and a coward too. Darth
He's
Watts
like,
be taking
yo,
shots.
Red, it was promised me 3,000 years ago, Red. And Daredevil's like, Frank, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Joel from The Last of Us is better written than Punisher in The Current Day.
Ooh.
Well, that's because Marvel hates the Punisher.
Well, Joel was good up until Last of Us 2.
I'm not sure about me. But you?
John Bernthal could have been Joel, by the way.
Yeah, he could with that beard.
A lot better than Pedro Pascal. A lot
Well,
better
that's because
beard.
John Bernthal originally can act. Pedro can't.
Yeah.
What the hell? He burns his legs, and then he runs through, and he jumps and bursts. What is going on now?
Why would they burst the door open into a running hallway instead of going out the window and climbing down like any normal person?
I don't know. Oh, this is next month too.
Okay, and that one he just looked like Adam Sandler with a beard. I'm sorry.
He does kind of have an M. Sandler look, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my gosh! So a guy's carrying the girl away for some reason, and Punisher's gonna run at him and beat him up with a bat for some reason.
Ooh.
I'm bigger and better than you. Yeah, sure. That's why your shorts get so many views compared to mine.
Darthwatch, don't get your
Crap, I didn't
panties
mean
in the
to. I
twist,
didn't
okay?
mean to ban him. Oops, wrong button. Oh well.
Oopsie poopsie.
That's all you got? That's all you got?
I notice he's not shooting any guns, nor is he wearing the skull. By the way.
Yeah, that's too iconic.
That's all you
Oh, I think he's wearing it here.
Oh.
But like the vast majority of his trailer, he is not wearing it.
Yeah, dude literally looked like Joel
Like
from
any
The Last
normal
of Us.
hobo you'd find in New York.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Homeless. Damn.
Very homeless. Like, just look at this. There we go.
Okay.
About time they put on the damn school, because I think even the Netflix show kind of had, like, his own show had reservations about him having the skull.
Yeah, I can understand the origins of the Punisher not having a skull, but the main character himself should have the skull once he gets the uniform done.
That trailer literally showed us nothing. Like, I'll have to cover it since my dad is a Punisher fan, so it's like
Yeah, that trailer made The Force Awakens look more like content complete.
All right, so we've got one last trailer, and then we're wrapping things up, because as if things cannot get worse for James Gunn, we got the Clayface trailer. The first Batman project we're getting, and it's going to be for Clayface. I'm scared.
What in the voodoo doll is that?
That's Clayface.
I'd probably be interested if it wasn't being done by James Gunn.
Oh, and I heard that the Looney Tunes movie is being done by Gunn as well.
No. You mean...
Yeah, apparently he's one of the writers and producers for it.
For Wile E. Coyote?
Yes, for Coyote versus Acme.
No.
Well, finally, Looney Tunes back in action won't be the worst thing Looney Tunes ever did.
That movie wasn't bad. I actually watched it and I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, but we don't need to mention the Lunatics, if you remember that, okay?
That could have had potential. It just needed better creatives behind it.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna get James Gunn to prove that the Lunatics is not the worst thing Looney Tunes
asked for
can do.
this? Probably the same people who probably wanted another Joker movie for some reason.
I mean, hey,
Joker
it's just like
2
going to
for
Germany
lady.
and it's just like a tourist going to Germany and asking for a Big Mac.
Oh, jeez.
You know, this is kind of giving me like vibes from the Dark Knight with Harvey Dent lying on the hospital bed.
Oh yeah.
Let's hope it's written as well as it, but knowing James
I don't
Gunn,
understand why
doubt.
Clayface is getting his own movie. I mean, to be fair, I could see like Batman villains getting like their own standalone movies because they are very interesting in their own right.
I get Joker, and he has gotten his.
And it was really well done.
Yeah, the first one, and I could see Two-Face, like Harvey Dent, getting one. I guess it would be like a legal drama.
Please tell me you're not drunk, John.
I know I'm
Joker
getting
movie.
hiccups really bad right now. I'm trying to just like work through it.
Wait, the first Joker movie. There's a second movie?
No.
There is absolutely no sequel to Joker that has Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn.
And there is no Megamind 2 either, thankfully.
Exactly.
And there's no Pacific Rim 2.
You could do a Penguin.
There's no Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, Penguin got his own show.
Yeah, there's literally a Penguin series, so that definitely works. Trying to think of other Batman villains. I
Killer
guess, like,
Moth. I'm kidding.
like
I mean,
Riddler.
shit,
Riddler
do
could work.
You could do Mad Hatter. My boy
Yeah.
gets underrepresented these days, and he's one of my favorite. He's my favorite Batman villain.
Arkham City has a great Mad Hatter mission.
Oh yeah, the one where you have to beat up all his men.
I could see that. I also unfortunately saw the Gotham show where they early introduce all the villains
before Batman.
Yeah, and
that was weird.
There's some like nice ideas in there, but like I guess I could see like sort of some of them working, but like from a legal and like just like juxtaposition perspective, as far as like them being against Batman, that hardly works. Yeah, so it's limited. It's a limited market. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing in for tonight, yours truly, and doing a damn fine job of it, I present you Clayface. Arkham City, man. I have actually
those freeze grenades.
Also, people can't tell me that guy doesn't look like a voodoo doll in the trailer, bro.
Joker, insert pretentious French title. Was Hollywood destroying whatever genuine success they had because the first movie appealed to the wrong people? Of course it is.
I mean, hey,
Batman had like a brief cameo in Creature Commandos, but because nobody watched that show, nobody knows about it.
I mean, hey, it's just like Far Cry 6. When people look at Far Cry 5 and the rifle on your side song, and they resonated a lot more with it than Ubisoft wanted them to. So they made Far Cry 6 to go against
it. When it cut to that other thing, John's burp was perfectly in time with it. Oh, never mind. That's from the trailer itself. I mean, I will admit it from a perspective, I kind of like what this is trying to do with like a body horror type aesthetic. Like that I would say is a cool idea, but have you seen Eric Butt's reaction? His face is more scary than Clayface himself.
Oh, well, Eric Butts is always scary. He's got that big old mole on his face.
Bloody mole.
He also cries a lot. Do you think we're going to see Batman in this at some point?
Probably not.
I think we'll hear him mentioned, but like not actually shown. Like I think they'll mention,
hate when they do that.
Yep.
I
They'll
feel
be like, "Oh, the bat brought me in, man."
Like it feels real weird to me that you're going to have a character who's an antagonist of another character being the main character of their own thing, and you don't bring up their adversary at any point.
Well, he's not my adversary yet. I'm in like my nation phase, man.
Okay, I'll admit that's actually a clever idea there.
Okay.
So I think what they might do is they might try pull the original Clayface look where he had like a cloak and hat at some point and his face was very melted.
Well, I think they're going to go super low budget. They're going to be like, oh, if he does do the Clayface effect, it's going to be like under the
shadow
top
or something.
Yeah, it's going to be like under the hat, above the trench coat, so we only have to do the face. And also, in the dark, maybe in the rain, etc.
Yeah, you're never going to see him be full on Clayface like in the comics.
Yeah, he's not going to become a big towering thing of clay or anything.
You know, the other problem with having the DC Studios mark is this supposed to be in the DCU?
What in the Stranger Things is this trailer font?
Hey, that is true. It is very Stranger Things, but also why release it October 23rd? That's like right before Halloween.
I think they kind of want to get in on that horror movie market.
Well, I know, but like my point is, give them more time to breathe. Like release it like what is that? The 23rd, so at least the 16th.
Wait a minute. You know Insidious, right? And since Clayface looks like a Dookie, Insidious is the idea for the movie.
Like, but like, guys, October 9th. Imagine that, the legs that it would have. Because as you're leading up to Halloween, you're getting more horror film views and everything. It's like it's the perfect formula. Like, why release it right at the peak? Like,
and since oftentimes Clayface looks like a giant walking turd. Imagine seeing
he's
a giant
basically
walking turd turn into your huzz. That'd be crazy.
That
I think we're gonna get one scene of that, of him like going like whoa, with all the
like
clay,
the giant
ground
clay monster,
and then turning normal.
Yeah. Probably a quick shot.
Probably.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. Punisher's most likely going to be terrible. Clayface. If Gunn's involved, chances are it's going to be really bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how DC Studios works anymore, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think that's going to be a wrap up for tonight, folks, because that was very interesting, and at least we got everything out of the way that we wanted to.
Aye.
So, if you liked what you saw here today, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and share the stream out with everybody. And make sure to subscribe to John Gets Brotherin or John Gets Gaming down in the description below. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join my Discord if you so choose. And until next time, guys, always remember to be awesome. See ya, everybody.
And for God's sake, unsubscribe from Disney Plus.
That too.